Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and well, let me do it in the style of my favourite musical. Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome. Fremder, étranger, stranger. Glücklich zu sehen, je suis enchanté. Happy to see you, bleibe, reste, stay. This is Shop on TV, and my name is Rob Locke, avec un E. I don't know how to do that in German. Mit un E. Something like that, I would imagine. We've got a 24-hour deal for you. What does that mean? It means for 24 hours, there's a deal. It's a good one. It's a blooming good one. I've got a new story for my guest tonight that he hasn't heard yet, and I'll tell you when I introduce him to you shortly. The miracle Shammy saved my life. Well, my kitchen and my living room. This is it. And it's a buy one, get one free deal. A total of 6 cloths. That's 4 large and 2 small. So these 2 are just there for you to mop your brow when you go to the gym. We'll give these to Sam, who's currently... Sam's currently doing TikTok at the moment. Shop on Sam on TikTok if you want. Shop on Sam. Don't shop on Sam, it's shop on Sam. £19 for 24 hours only for the most absorbent cloth that money can buy that we know of. Now, please, I wish we didn't do this, but we have to for legal reasons. We have to show you, in order to do a buy one, get one free, we have to show you what the price is for the regular deal. And that's on the website. Please don't buy it because you'll get half the offer and you'll pay the same money. So don't do that one. The very first one, that one. That's the BOGOF. Bog off. That's what you want. You want to bog off. Why don't you bog off? Right? Actually, the British Rail once did a summer advertising campaign. And it was, why don't you just go away? Yeah. As in go away on holiday. But it didn't quite read that way, did it? No. If you have to explain the joke, it's not funny. £19 for basically just this phenomenal set. Also on the show tonight, if you're perusing shopontv.co.uk, you will find Blue Magic, which is just about the only cleaning solution you ever need to buy. You'll also find a pair of Eco Flows. I don't know if we're going to... We probably did see that on the website already. But I could show you again, maybe. The Eco Flow, you put these on your tap and it gives you 2 streams. You get an aerated stream and a shower stream. It will fit probably a good 95+% of taps. Comes with loads of adapters. So as I said, an aerator and a shower flow. But also it moves 360 degrees. And that means that you can get to all of the corners and nooks and crannies of your sink when it comes to washing it. All you got to do is remove the tip of your tap and put on the EcoFlow. Made in Italy, fine Italian craftsmanship. Ciao! It is really beautiful. We've got them on all the tap here. And Martha, our producer's got one. Have you, maybe TikTok, have you got one yet? The EcoFlow? You should get one, they're really good. And they honestly, they are superb. And they're the sort of thing that you can pay a lot of money for an expensive, well, if it's an expensive tap, of course you're going to pay a lot of money. Otherwise it wouldn't be an expensive tap, would it? But to get a tap that's got one of these sorts of things built in, they usually are quite spendy. So this is a great way of upgrading for just 20 quid, £19.99, and you get 2, not 1. Look at this, round the corners. It's great. I love that feature. Rather than trying to sort of splash the water with your hand. Do you do that? So that's coming up as well. Now, let us begin the show in the only way I know how, and that is to introduce a man who is legendary in certain parts of the world. And tonight, his legend continues in Warrington, our new studio. It's the one, the only, the man with the Shammy, David Wright!
Hey!
Yay!
Thank you.
Now that's when we needed an applause.
It's great to be here in
Hello.
Warrington. Can you believe it?
Manchester adjacent.
Yeah. New territory for me.
Can I tell you a story? So very quickly.
Well, it was my turn to tell a story.
Well, no, but you'll love this.
Oh, okay.
So my son, David, you know him.
I know him.
He was essentially cooking. Yeah. I was defrosting chicken in the sink. He needed to wash stuff. I said, well, take the chicken out the sink, and then, which he did, clean your stuff, and then go back to cooking. Put my thing back in and fill it up with water again. Yeah. So he started filling it up with water again, went back to cooking, and forgot to turn the tap off. And we found 10 minutes later that the kitchen floor and most of the living room flooded with about 3/4 of an inch of water. We had a string mop and we had a miracle chamois. String mop did absolutely nothing. The miracle chamois, I kid you not, just by soaking up one load, rinsing, soaking, rinsing, within 10 minutes we cleared up all that water. It really was a lifesaver. Saved me about 1,000 quid's worth of boxes with new stuff in that I managed to rescue because of that cloth.
Save the day, right?
Save the day, yeah.
I have one question though. When it first happened, was there shouting involved? Did you tell them off? Did you lose it, as they say?
No, I was very, very calm, and I didn't use any expletives.
As we say, we'd rather you had one under the sink that you never use.
Yeah.
For an occasion like that, then God forbid it happens. And
well, I use mine every day. By the way, David is on a box.
I am on a box.
Not just very, very tall. Can I get a box? I want a box. No, I mean, I use my miracle chamois every day anyway. But in that emergency, I mean, that before it started seeping down to the neighbours down, I mean, nothing happened. There was no repercussion, or there were no repercussions.
It's a bit of work, though, right?
It was a bit of work that I ended up doing because he was going so slowly, bless him. And I'm like, no, you got to go quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. You're probably preaching to the choir for a lot of people out there. I know a lot of our viewers have them and have used them for years. But for those of you that haven't, well, where have you been, first of all? But it is the Miracle Chamois.
Yes.
The super duper, double whammy, super absorbent, super chamois, made in Germany.
Yeah.
Not China.
No.
I say that because recently we've been, what do you call it, deep faked?
Yeah, sort of knocked off.
Knocked off,
knocked
yeah.
Up,
so just be careful. If you're buying them in the UK, buy them tonight. Here from Shop on TV.
Yes.
Or if you're buying them online, it's Pitch Gurus.
Yeah.
But otherwise, be very, very careful. Anyway, let's show them how it works.
Yeah, well,
hey,
this
watch this
talk
here,
is
look.
cheap. Look,
use
we've got a camera from above, David. Look.
Wow.
Look at that.
Spider cam.
Spider cam, spider cam.
Good view up there, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Anyway,
Watch
off you
this.
go.
Look, if you're washing your car, it dries it. That's what they were designed for many years ago.
Yeah.
You can do the roof, the boot, and the bonnet of your car without even wringing it out because they're just that thirsty. They really are. You can use it on a bigger vehicle, a caravan, a motorhome, in the kitchen as a dishcloth. Well, it's the best you'll ever use. You can cut them into quarters because they're almost too big.
Yep.
We give you these blue ones that are a little bit smaller. You can wring them out with one hand.
I use those for my
useful.
TV. Yeah.
I'm still going here, by the way.
Yeah.
What hasn't he done?
You wrung it out. Yeah.
That's right. So let's
Join
show
it at home.
Let's see how much we got in that quick application. Wow.
That's a lot of water.
Yeah, so sometimes pictures speak louder than words. If you spill something, somebody opens the fridge, drops the apple juice, you get a leaky pipe under the sink. The kids make a mess, don't they? Maybe it's bath time. They're playing Titanic or battleships, and there's a puddle on the floor. Me, sometimes I take a shower with the curtain on the outside instead of the inside.
Yes,
Same
done
thing
that.
happens. Well, sponges work too. Try as they must. You can't pick that up with a sponge.
No.
It dumps it all over the floor. Now, if that's a sugary drink, you got a sticky mess all the way over the floor on the way back to the sink. Try this instead. Take your chamois. Now, keep your eye on the liquid because this happens quick. Fold it in a pad and just check this out. Lay it in the mess. Like a thirsty camel, it picks it up.
Oh, amazing.
They absorb 25 times their own weight, roughly, and there's no drips.
No.
It locks it inside, unlike the sponge. So you can take it over to the sink, wring it out, use it again. If it's dirty, it goes in the washing machine, and they will get dirty. Of course they will.
Yeah, sure. That's what mine
Look
was.
how big they are. So you can use the whole length each and every time on your windows, your shower screens. You get that lovely streak-free finish.
Can I just say, if you're watching on TikTok at Shop on Sam, then go, if you watch on ITV1 or STV if you're in Scotland, or on our YouTube at Shop on TV Live, then you can actually,
Sorry, I've lost my wire. There's no hiding
That's all right. You go ahead. Stick your wire back in.
Without.
Not a problem.
If you're using it on windows, no streaks or smears. You may have used a leather chamois before on your car. Leather chamois are good, but they scratch when they get dirty.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie to you. If this one gets dirty, it'll scratch too. It's the dirt that scratches. But this chamois goes in the washing machine, and it always dries soft. It's made in Germany. You use it over and over again. Shall I do that one more time?
Good. And you can use, look, if you need to, if you work in the trade and you need to work with or you do work with harsh chemicals and bleaches and turpentine and things like that, they will take it. It might reduce the life of them.
Yeah.
These have got, believe it or not, a 1-year guarantee on a cloth. A 1-year guarantee on a cloth.
Good stuff.
Very.
Viewer, when was the last time you bought a cloth with a 1-year guarantee?
Never.
Help you with that, never.
Never.
So, but you'll never use it. You'll never need the guarantee. You'll just fall in love with them pretty much.
Yeah.
So should we do the carpet? This is probably the best part.
I think the best demonstration I've ever seen in my entire history of living.
And there's no tricks here, no smoke or mirrors.
No.
I know a lot of our viewers can vouch for that and have used them before. Now this is a spillage. When you've got carpet, this is what happens once in a while. It could be the kids with their Ribena, fruit juice, water. Doesn't really matter what it is. It all starts to smell bad. Maybe you've got a nervous puppy.
Yeah, maybe.
Training a little puppy dog. Spot with the wet tail. There's a bigger dog. One of those great drains.
Great drains, golden relief.
Yeah. Of course, what happens is it goes right through. And this is what you can't see at home. Sam doesn't like it on that.
Oh, does he not?
Have a look underneath
That's what
the
I've heard.
carpet. Check it out.
Look.
Now that's a nasty mess. That's gone right through to the floorboards. If it's in your car, it's going to rust.
Yes.
And the first thing you reach for when you spill a drink?
Another drink!
I know. Another drink. He's been here before. I love it when Rob finishes my drinks. Kitchen towels. We all use them.
We finish each other's
Sometimes. Kitchen towels.
Sandwiches.
You'll use whatever you can find, right? It could be a tea towel.
Yeah.
Maybe the loo roll even in desperation.
Oh, that's the worst because it's designed to disintegrate.
But a lot of people use these. And I'm not going to tell you you will never use them again, but you'll use a lot less. Think about it. 2 rolls a week, over 250 pounds a year. They get wet, we throw them away. It's another dead tree in the forest. Save a tree, take your miracle chamois, remove the excess, just lay it on the mess. Now, I'm going to try and do this with no hands.
Okay.
This is capillary action. So it pulls the liquid from below. I'll just use my hands.
Oh, yeah, it's hard not to.
Flip it over. See the colour change in the cloth?
Yeah.
And
I can't believe that.
Here we go. That drink.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got in what,
Look
10
at
seconds?
This. That just the cloth alone. Are you not amazed?
There is nothing else that can do this. There's no
My
other
God, it
textile.
is a miracle.
Certainly, your paper towels can't do it. They're not designed
No.
for that. This is cash in the trash.
Yes.
We have to do it twice because that was a big spill.
Yeah.
But underneath the floor,
That could be going into
should
the
be bone
electric,
dry.
into the
Yeah,
flat
into the lights.
downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's in your car, it could rust.
Yeah.
Now, I can't be
It's
sure.
flying out the
That
door. Remember,
was a
for
big
24
spill.
hours, you're getting that extra saving.
You ready?
Yes. Whoa!
Pretty good, not bad.
I don't know why I have
Use
this.
it just once for a
Once.
spill like that, or like you did. It's paid for itself, hasn't it?
I'm not a football fan, but I feel the need to go way, away, away, away. It's just for the miracle chamois.
You've got a lot of work to do if you want to be a hooligan.
I'm shouting for the chamois.
Yeah, so they're fantastic. What do we get for our money, I hear you say?
What do you get for your money, David?
Our regular deal
Yeah.
is 2 big jumbo ones, identical to the one I use, 70 by 50 centimetres.
Yes.
Along with a blue one for windows for £20. And I don't apologise for that. That's
No.
a fantastic deal. It's good
Yeah.
value.
Yeah.
This 24-hour sale is nuts.
It is nuts.
So what we do is we double it.
Yeah.
So now you get 4 of the big jumbos, 2 blue ones, but it's not even buy one, get one free. It's buy one, get double, and we take £1 off.
£1 off.
Doesn't make a
Go
lot
to
of sense to me.
shopontv.co.uk.
Jump in
to
while
buy
the water's
yours.
warm.
Yeah. Look, you know, my producer just said they're like beach towels. Well, there you can use them for that. Dry your kids at the when you're at the
can.
beach or the seaside, as we call it here. If you're a dog owner, for drying your dog. If you've got long hair, if you indeed are Rapunzel. This is the way that you wash, or not wash, you dry your hair. They're so absorbent. Keep them in the car for condensation. They are the most absorbent material, most absorbent fabric that we know of. And as I say, you have a flood or something, you've got a couple of these around, or the washing machine leaks, or you're defrosting the freezer or the fridge. These saved my bacon. They really did. I could have
They're
been.
very, very good.
Yeah, they are.
They're made in Germany.
Yeah.
You know, and
Sure, and they do make good stuff in Germany.
they do make
don't
good
they?
stuff.
They do, yeah.
This is no exception. They're clever, those
Yeah.
Germans.
Look, of course, they are designed to use on the car, but also the deck, the patio furniture, the garden furniture, the caravan, the camper home, the RV, the quad bike, the motorbike, the push bike.
What about jumpers?
What about what?
Jumpers.
Jumpers?
Yeah.
Jumpers.
It's not quite the season now, but
Is that what you
woolly
call
jumpers?
Right. Oh, woolly jumpers. Is that
Yeah.
what you call a kangaroo? I know you're from.
No,
New Zealand.
no. It's we don't have kangaroos.
Do you not? Oh, excuse me.
We call We call the sheep, no, it doesn't matter. So if you've got woolly jumpers, cashmere sweaters, Angora, you can't put them in the tumble dryer when you wash them.
Yep.
They're a pain, aren't they, to dry?
Yeah.
Use bath towels or
Sure.
hang them up inside the house.
Yeah.
Take
Please check out your baskets.
Take your wet jumper.
Yeah.
Lay it down on a chamois.
Yeah.
Please remember to use these damp. So even for a job like this, you get it wet first, like this one, and
Yes.
then wring it out thoroughly.
So they work better damp.
So it's damp, yes. It works better damp.
First time, give them a wash if you're going to do your car or something, you said, is that right?
Yes. Very good, Rob.
I pay attention.
Yeah. Wash them once if you're going to use it on your car. Get rid of the factory fluff.
Factory fluff.
You're using it to do your jumper, lay your jumper down on top of there, roll it up nice and tight, and in 20 minutes it's bone dry.
Yeah.
If it's a really thick jumper, you might have to use 2 of these. Make a big giant chamois sandwich.
Chamois
Otherwise known as a sandwich. And I have to give credit to our floor man here, Sam. That's his joke. I thought it was phenomenal.
No, that's very
actually.
good, honestly.
Very good.
I think that's going to win
Spontaneous.
the joke of the year.
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, get yours. They are amazing.
Folks, please check out your baskets. This is the way you order. It's very simple. You either go to shopontv.co.uk or you can call us 0333241241 and add one to your basket. If you've got a child, a house, a dog, a caravan, any kind of conveyance, this is the way to dry it off, to keep it nice and not just dry, but also smear and streak free. And once you've had a Miracle Chamois, there's no going back. There just honestly is not. Because here's the thing, £19, £19, it's not a lot of money. But I buy Blitz, you know, the sort of the fancy kitchen towel, and I get a pack of 4. I think it's about £8 for a pack of 4. Now I use those for serviettes or for just dabbing my mouth when I'm eating, or mopping my brow, occasionally blowing my nose. But I don't use them for drying stuff up anymore because they're really good. But it's just, you know, it's money down the drain if you're using paper to clear up spills. So use the Miracle Chamois instead. So if I'm paying £8 roughly every, I'd say, 2 months, so you know I'm £48 a year just in kitchen towel. And then if you buy the replaceable cloths like the J cloths and things like that, you're probably doing a pack of those, maybe one every 1 or 2 months. That's about a similar kind of. You're probably spending £100+ at least pounds a year, conservatively speaking, and that's just for me. You know, a 2-bedroom flat, me, my son, and I. So £19 is money you're going to spend anyway. So save it. The minute you buy this, you don't ever have to buy that other stuff again, or you only have to buy it. You certainly don't have to buy the J-cloths or the washing up towels. You don't have to, the tea towels. You don't have to use those anymore because they just sit, you know, hanging over the oven door handle, going mildewy, don't they? They're hygienic. They're really, really so much more absorbent than anything else you're using in your house right now, and they're going to save you money. The minute you pay now, this £19 now, you stem the hemorrhage of money and you have a better solution instead. So please check out Pay, get them now. John is a customer and he loves his. He says, while watching your show tonight on the Miracle Chamois, I knocked over a cup of coffee on my caravan floor. Very big, wet puddle. Of course, I reached for my Miracle Chamois. Job done. A satisfied customer. What a brilliant product. Phoenix Pete says this. I don't know how Phoenix Pete talks. I'm going to imagine something like this. From Phoenix, Arizona. Huh. I ordered some of these a while ago. That's more Texas, but never mind. As I do a lot of plumbing work on my own business. I was initially skeptical about whether they would be as good as they appeared. I'm more than happy to say they work brilliantly and have saved me from using paper towels, which I previously relied on. They're well worth getting, and I can't imagine anyone being disappointed with them. Then we got one from Ross. Hi. Sorry, I'm thinking of Friends. I had a small leak in my front room from the roof, and it went all over the carpet. However, used the Miracle Chamois and it dried instantly and also helped keep the carpet dry whilst it kept leaking. Just bought some more. They are amazing. They really are. They are the best cloth you'll ever use, I believe. I don't think there's anything better out there. And also, just to remind you, Blue Magic is another one of those great products that is also selling very well. It's a multi-purpose cleaner and stain remover. It replaces basically everything except it can't clean chewing gum or liquid gloss paint. But everything else, It can. It is really good. In fact, you know what? We'll show you a very, very quick demonstration. This was me and John Campbell on another day in this very, very studio, showing you how well this works if you had a cushion disaster.
What we're going to do is take the mascara.
Yes.
And we will take this yellow
crayon.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay. Now remember,
other brands are available. Are they? Are there any other brands? I don't think there are any other brands other than crayon.
So I'm going to place a little bit of. Maybe you've got an Airbnb. Maybe you own a caravan that you rent out for the season.
Yeah.
Come the end of the season, you want to give it a thorough clean. It's been trashed a little bit. Blue Magic is again brilliant at removing stains. Kitchen and bathroom cleaner, stainless steel cleaner, hard floor cleaner, a tile cleaner, an upholstery cleaner. Use it to clean, your garden furniture, garden decking and patio. Use it to clean all sorts of different...
A lot of these cleaners that are in separate bottles, they're actually, I bet you most of them, or a lot of them, are all the same kind of stuff with slight variations. So, and again, you're paying for the water with all of these as well. You've got water in your tap, thank you very much. You don't need to have buy water in the supermarket as well. Probably the most expensive water you'll ever buy, with a small amount of active ingredient. This replaces all of those, and actually, as I say, does a more effective job in most cases.
Oh, 100%.
If you've got anything that you need to clean, anything happens in your home when you've got Blue Magic, you go, oh my God, what am I going to do? You don't rush down to the shop and what do you need?
Just pass me that green cloth.
You don't rush down to the shop and get, let's get a special cleaner for whatever it was. You just use your Blue Magic, and 9 times out of 10, or 99.9% of the time, Blue Magic's going to do it better than anything else.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
And the good thing is, again, it's non-toxic, so you can use it in your kitchen, on your worktops, your chopping boards, in your oven, your microwave oven, your deep fat fryer,
oven cleaners.
Oven cleaner.
Yeah.
Use it on your food preparation area once again. Your kitchen countertops. Use it on your Pyrex dishes. When the fat spits on and burns on hard.
Actually, I want to say,
when things are caked on and baked on.
You don't necessarily need to do this, but on our website, shopontv.co.uk, we do also occasionally carry a foam version of the Blue Magic, which is great for ovens and things like that because it sticks all around and it stays on. And so, I mean, not to say you can't use this as your oven cleaner, but the foam's also a good thing to have in your arsenal.
Yeah.
Look at that. So mascara gone, finished.
Right, now bearing in mind, I'm not really leaving this for too long. You leave it for a lot longer.
It's going. What about mattresses, pet beds?
Absolutely no problem at all.
Children's beds?
Yeah, so use it again on your bedding, your linen, anything of that nature as a pre-treatment.
Look at that.
Blood stains. Again,
urine stains.
If the child is potty training, they've had a bit of an accident, maybe you're not very well or whatever.
Amazing! It is amazing stuff. Pretty much all I have in my house is Blue Magic. I have a disinfectant because Blue Magic doesn't kill germs, and a Miracle Shammy.
They're good friends.
They are very good friends. They work brilliantly together, yeah. Hundreds of you on the phone lines and the website. Please check out. Please check out. If you don't buy it, it don't do no good sitting in your web basket.
Someone will nick it.
Please go to this one on the web. When you go to the web, under no circumstances buy the second one, because 5 of you have bought the second one. No.
It's okay if they do.
Oh, it is?
It's okay if you do.
Well, for you it is, yeah.
And
you're going to get half.
It's still a great deal.
Yeah, it's still a great deal. If you get this item number, please, Martha,
469893.
469. Hey, he knows it. 469893. That's your £19 special, and you get 4 of the big, 2 of the small. If you go for the other one, it's 20 quid, and you only get 2 of the big and 1 of the small. Look how big they are. They're Billy Bonkers big, according
Billy
to Mark.
Bonkers big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard about that, Billy Bonkers.
I've got an interesting stat for you.
Have you?
Yeah. If I was to impersonate Raymond Kennedy, who you worked with last night,
yes.
Not a lot of people know this. Right. I've got a very interesting statistic for you.
You know he's Scottish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
11.5 square metres of textile is what you get with your 4 big jumbo Miracle Chamois and 2 blue ones.
Really?
Which equates to roughly 3 rolls of paper towels.
Oh.
Yeah, because they're about 4 square metres, and of course, as we know, you only use them once and throw them away. So you're on a winner.
1 year guarantee.
Quality German textiles, 11.5 square metres thereof. So they're 70 by 50. Now, please know this. You can cut them down to any size you want. They're made in Germany.
Yep.
These are the good ones, the originals.
Make sure it says made in
Fold them in a pad.
Buy from us, then you know.
Get 4 big jumbo ones, if we mentioned that.
4 big
2
jumbo
blue
ones.
So please keep at least 2 of them in their original size for big jobs, you know, like washing the car. That's what they were designed for. And if you're a car enthusiast, or someone in your family is, you're just going to love these. And you might be familiar with the old leather chamois. Animal chamois. They're pretty good, but they dry hard like a rock.
They do.
They smell like a dead horse eventually. This one goes in the washing machine. You know, leather chamois, when they get dirty, they scratch your car. And this one, if it gets dirty, it'll scratch too. Because dirt scratches.
Yes, yes.
But if you wash it, no dirt. No scratches.
Dirt gone, no
dirt, no scratches.
fabric softener.
Always
right?
clean to clean with. Yes, and good point. Don't use fabric softener when you throw it in the washing machine. It does affect its absorbency.
Yeah, that's how it works. It makes the clothes soft by blocking the fibres, basically.
Yeah. You're not as silly as you look, are you?
Ah, you know, I know. And you'd think, given the way I look, I'd be very silly.
Don't be too hard on yourself. I'm here for that.
Oh.
If you spill something, it's super, super absorbent. Have you noticed what I haven't done to it yet?
Yeah.
What hasn't he done?
You haven't wrung it out, mate.
Haven't wrung it out. No. Haven't squeezed it.
No.
We're going to squeeze it. Show you how much we got. So for defrosting the freezer, fantastic. Use it as a bath mat. You know, somebody makes a mess in the bathroom. You can also then wipe the shower screens.
I put them under my bath mat because I've got decorative bath mats, but they're about as absorbent as my
so you're a bit
my elbow.
You want to
so I put them underneath.
Want to see the nice bath.
See the nice
that doesn't work.
Yes. Yeah, have the absorbency underneath that does work.
Yeah, why not? A lot of ladies.
I put them down after a shower as well because my tile in my bathroom gets very slippery, and I've almost fallen twice and killed myself.
There you go. I don't know about killed yourself.
No, I slipped and I almost bashed my head on the
job.
I nearly bashed my head on the sink. What? It's part of the job. Part of the job? Oh, I see. Yeah. I never. I've told you a million times I don't exaggerate.
You could do a nasty if you slip and there's no one there.
A lot of the most serious domestic accidents happen in the bathroom. For that very reason.
So great bath mat, that's what we're saying. Put a piece in the fridge in your veggie crisper. Keeps your vegetables nice and crisp. There are so many uses.
Plants,
yes, it's the season for that. Germinating seeds.
Tell us, because honestly, keen gardeners out there have got to get these for their plants, and you may not think why that would be, but tell us, David.
I'd be surprised if they are keen gardeners if they haven't got them already, or certainly heard about them as a capillary mat for germinating seeds. Take a small strip. You can just lay your seeds in there and it gives birth to plants, basically.
And if you're going on holiday for a couple of weeks, get a few of these and soak them up in water. Put your plants on top of them, pot plants and things like that.
Exactly. You grow pot plants?
No.
Okay. No. So sponges work, but they drip and dribble everywhere, all over the floor. What about these turkeys? J-cloths. You ever used one, viewer?
Yeah.
Don't be hard on yourself, but don't use these. They're absolutely useless. All they do is spread the mess around. They don't absorb liquid. Put them in the washing machine once. They come out with holes in them. I think you get about 10 of them for a $5. Look at that.
Yeah. I don't want to say they're useless because that would be unfair to Jay.
Jay for junk.
But they are nowhere near as good, in my opinion, and our experience as the Miracle.
That's putting it mildly, my good friend.
Yeah, that was being very politically correct.
It's very conservative,
very,
which is fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, take your Shammy, wring it out, use it damp. It's like a liquid magnet, like a thirsty camel in the Sahara Desert. Other deserts are available, but look, it locks the mess inside. There's no drips at all. No drips here in Warrington.
No.
Give it a squeeze. Use it again. Look how big they are. Use the whole length if you've got a big job to do. On your windows, shower screens, patio doors. Absolutely fantastic. 90% of NASCAR drivers can't be wrong.
We've got an email from Tracy. She says, I think the Gobi Desert would be my favourite.
It's not your favourite. Martha told you that in your ear.
Don't give away trade secrets. I was going to say...
Sahara's bigger.
I like the Gobi because it's like you could just go be. Anyway, apparently the largest desert is Antarctica. It might not be a sand
Don't think of it as a desert, though.
No, but technically it is. A desert doesn't necessarily have to be sand, just a barren wasteland. Anyway, the day these arrived, my daughter spilled a glass of Coke on my wooden floor, and instead of using half a roll of kitchen towel, I just placed the cloth over the spill and let it soak it all up. I will never go back to kitchen towel again. Amazing. And that was from Tracy. Thank you very much, Tracy.
Well done, Tracy. You've joined the revolution. Save a tree and some money.
Yeah. Look, these might seem gimmicky. Oh, it's a cloth on telly. But I tell you what, these have been going for decades. They truly are as good as they look. We don't have a load of old rubbish.
Nothing gimmicky about this, my good friend.
It's one of the most useful things you will ever own. And as I say, I remember doing the drying up, because when dishwashers came out, I said to my dad, can we get a dishwasher? He said, we've already got one. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, you. And I hated doing the washing. I always liked to do the drying. And the tea towels, you dry a couple of things and then they're wet. And then before you know it, you're actually just trying to dry cups and plates with a damp towel.
Yeah.
And then you hang them over a hook or whatever, and then they go all sort of mildewy and stale.
Yeah.
And then the next day, and people wipe their hands on them, and then you're cleaning more stuff the next day. Here's the solution. Here's the answer.
I just got told off for having a drink.
That's all right. Look, you're only human.
I do get thirsty, believe it or not.
It's important to hydrate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't mind we're on telly. Oh, we're all friends here.
Yeah.
Look, the dog's he's having a pee. Imagine how embarrassed he must have
It's not his fault.
No,
it's
not.
just very unfortunate.
No.
And that is a South African top-loading washing machine, in case
They are so good.
you didn't. Yeah.
I love a top loader. We had those in the States as well. They're much better than
Oh,
the
you
front.
used to live in the States.
Yeah, did I not mention? Yeah. I did.
Who would have thought?
15 years.
No, you haven't mentioned that.
I know. I don't
For
like
7
to
minutes.
bring it up.
Yeah. Well,
What else can you show us, Dave?
just look. I mean, look. It loves liquid. You'll use it on your kitchen counters. Maybe you have one of those expensive kitchen worktops, granite, marble.
Yes,
They're very hard to keep clean and streak-free.
Sure.
So I've met a lot of ladies at exhibitions, like
bet you
the
have.
Ideal Home Show, for example.
Yep.
Where they come back and buy it year after year.
Oh, everybody leaves the Ideal Home Show with basically a yellow towel poking
Yeah, not
out of a
quite
bag.
everyone. That's what keeps us coming back.
Well, that's true. That is
But
true.
this might
a
sound
one-year
like
guarantee.
this might sound like a sales story, but a lot of ladies come up and say, "You're the only reason we come here every year,
Yeah.
and we buy them every year." And I thought, in
you are
the
very
beginning they were just
popular.
being nice, but it must be true. So yeah.
They are brilliant. And look, it's not just ladies, it's everybody. And I tell you, once you've got these...
Watch this.
I'm watching. Hey!
It's like Niagara Falls, but we're not getting wet anyway.
It's like Niagara Falls crying on a wet day.
Maybe 5 cups of water this pie plate holds.
Yeah.
Try and pick that up with a sponge. You'll be there all night, half
Do a
the morning.
challenge. Let's see if you can empty that. Just going back and forth with the sponge.
No.
No.
Boring.
Because you know it's going to be faff. You know it's going to
Take
be
your
faff.
chamois. Do it fast, do it properly. It absorbs like nothing else. It just
Check
lay
out,
it in the mess.
please,
This could be any
£19.
kind of mess,
Yeah.
In the car, maybe you leave your car window down on a rainy day and you get a puddle on the seat, although I've noticed it doesn't rain here in England anymore.
No, it doesn't.
But
Or snow.
in case it does, look, no drips. It locks it inside.
When you go to the beach, it's like I love these. Can put. And also, if you've got a wet bum with your swimming suit on, put them on the car seat.
They do make a great swimming towel.
Yeah.
Athletes use them too. See?
Oh yeah, no. I
Yeah.
use one every time I go to the gym. So that's been at least twice in the last 3
Wipe
years.
down the gym equipment.
Yeah.
Get rid of all the
Yeah.
dirty germs. Anyway, pull it in one direction on windows, on shower screens, the windscreen of your vehicle. Keep your vision clean.
Yeah.
Condensation on a cold morning. And
Sorry, I was just
keep your
smiling.
vision
to
clean
TikTok.
could save your life.
Yeah, could.
On the way to work.
It could.
Or someone like me as a pedestrian.
We have another email.
We have another email.
Roy says, "Hi Roy, how are you doing? Me and my wife are watching and have just bought some and fascinated by the absorbing power of the Miracle Shammy. Just brilliant." No, Roy, it's weird, when you're on telly, people think that it's not real or that you're just making it up.
You made a great decision.
I'm a customer and I've had my Miracle Shammies and I've got, what have I got? 1, 2, 3 I think it is, for
Do you know,
nearly
a lot
5
of people,
years.
Yeah, a lot of people wonder, what do we get for our money tonight?
Dave, I've been wondering, what do you get for your money?
Let me show you. You get 2 of these big jumbo ones. You can pay up to £20 each for these. They are massive, 70 by 50 centimetres. Cut them down to any size you want.
Yep.
Our regular deal is 2 of the big jumbos and a blue window chamois, $4.99 value. All that for $20. Terrific value.
Yeah.
But tonight's super special. For 24 hours, we double that. So now you get 4 of the big jumbos, 2 blue ones, but not for £20. For 19.
For 19.
Martha's emailed and said, is there any difference in the material?
Is there any difference?
It's the same material,
right?
But it's a tighter weave on the blue one. Supposed to be better on glass.
If you work,
I can confirm that the orange ones are great on glass.
They both are. I use them both, but I do kind of exclusively keep my blue ones for the TV and stuff like that. But by the way, anti-static, yeah. To order, it's very, very simple. Just go to shopontv.co.uk. Or you can also call 0333 241 241. We're live until 3 a.m. So if you want, you can either go to our website, shopontv.co.uk, click on the live badge and you'll see the web box. Send a message. Do tell us if you've used the Miracle Chamois, or just say hi. If you're watching on TikTok, come and say hi to us on the telly. Yeah, just go to shopontv.co.uk, click where it says live and give us a message. Now, we can't reply to any messages that come from that. If you need a reply or an answer of any kind, then just use email, studio@shopontv.co.uk. And Martha is sitting by, poised and ready to, in fact, she is standing up because she's so excited.
I also get very excited, actually, every time I do this.
I'll tell you what I'm also excited about, and these will go beautifully with this other product, which is one of our hero products. It's called EcoFlow. We've only had it on the air for about a week or so. It converts your tap into a twin flow system. Yes, so you get an aerated flow and you also get a shower flow, and the whole of the nozzle is, you can rotate it 360 degrees, so you can get to all of the little nooks and crannies. It's really easy for cleaning your sink. Let's have a look and see it in action, shall we?
That's a good idea.
It is very good. When you go into the kitchen, in the green room, there is an EcoFlow on that tap.
Have a go on it.
So it's really simple. You basically twist off the tip of your tap and then screw on the EcoFlow. If you pull it down, you get the spray. If you push it up or pull it up, you get the aerated flow. And you get 2 of those. It comes with 6 adapters as well. The guys from EcoFlow reckon that something Mark, he's the guy who owns the company, about 99% of taps will find with at least one of those adapters, particularly recent taps in the last 10-20 years, you will find something that works. If for any reason you've got a really old tap and it doesn't, I don't know if we have them in stock at the moment. There is a multi-purpose adapter that will allow you to use the EcoFlow on any tap. You'll see later when we show you the video, there was a lady who called the company and said, I need a replacement. And Mark said, can you tell me why you're replacing it? She said, well, we've had it for 19 years and we moved house and we forgot to take it with us. It's as simple as that. And he sent her a free one. So here are some reviews for you. Honestly, these are just fabulous. Not only saves water, but also reduces the amount of washing up liquid required because of the aerated flow. Hey? It's amazing what you can do with an aerated flow. Excellent product. Should be fitted to taps as standard. Well, you can get them fitted to taps as standard, but they're very expensive taps. MD from I used to work in Isleworth when I used to work for Sky. Brilliant piece of kit, easy to fit the taps, several size fittings provided. Once fitted, it provides a multi-directional nozzle with 2 different settings for the water stream. It also looks very impressive once attached to your tap. Highly recommended. It is very, very, very swanky. It is. These are made in Italy. It's very Ferrari. From Rotherhive says, fantastic. We're thinking of getting a new kitchen tap fitted, but this has made it completely unnecessary. It equalises the flow from the hot and cold sides. Oh, that's a good point. Never thought of that. Produces a good frothy spray and can be angled into all corners of the sink. It also allows a kettle to be filled even with the sink full of washing up. Good idea. Here it is in action. Yeah, there's the logo. They're just waiting for the logo to pass. So I haven't gone away. I'm still here. We do have... Actually, I wasn't sure which one it was, so I thought I'll shut up for a second and then I'll find out. Sometimes you've just got to kick the tyres, haven't you? We will show you a full clip of this later. It is super, it honestly is. And $19.99 gets you 2. Now, you know, I'm not going to mention brand names, but if you go and buy those fancy kitchen taps, and you possibly, if you've ever thought about getting a new kitchen, you've ever looked at new kitchens, you'll know what I'm talking about. And some of them have these features built in. But you can pay hundreds of pounds just for a blooming tap. This gives you the look of a really posh tap. And look, for doing your veggies and your fruits. Martha said she loves a good tap. It's very satisfying. Yeah. And if you've got any kind of yacht or catamaran, like who doesn't? No, but seriously, Martha is a boat gal. She lives on a boat, and they will fit any, and caravans actually. 30-second installation, and if you've got a tink, if you've got what's it? I think if you've got a sink in your caravan, then these will work. And I've got to say, a lot of sink taps are a bit basic. They can get very posh, especially if you've got an RV. But I tell you, if you need the multi-purpose adapter, have a look on the web. I think we've sold out of them, but we'll try and get more in. Also, by the way, have you come unstuck? Well, you need some glue then, don't you? But we've got this is not just glue. To say that this is glue is to say that a BMW M4 Competition is just a car. That's the car I wish I could buy. I want that so badly. BMW are watching. I'll happily test drive one for the next 2 or 3 years for you. But look at this. I tell you what, this is the fix that sticks. And it really is the best super glue I've ever used. I have to say, I bought some super glue from the brand Leader to try and fix my TV remote, and it didn't even work. This sticks everything that known to man, pretty much. There may be some exclusions, and there are 2 in particular that we know of, which are 2 types of plastic. And one of them is the plastic the bottle's made out of. Well, that's pretty good, because that means the glue doesn't stick to the bottle it's in, which unfortunately, with many other glues, it does. And have you had to keep cutting the tube off every time you use it? Just so you can get the stuff out. Look, it'll even stick your nuts together. Yeah. What? No, sometimes you just need to do that, apparently. Here's what you can use it on. Are you ready? Take a deep breath, everybody. ABS, acrylic, aluminium, butyl rubber, card, cellulose, acetate, ceramic, chlorophene. I think I knew her. EPDM, ferrite, glass, laminates, leather, MDF, natural rubber, neoprene, paper, perspex, phenolic, PVC, plated metals, almost all plastics. Asterisk, we'll get to that later. Polyacetyl, polymide, polycarbonate, polyester, polyfins, all the polys, put a kettle on, SBR, stainless steel, urethane, vinyl and wood. Not suitable on polythene or polypropylene. I think it's the polypropylene the bottle's made out of.
There you go.
That's quite a list.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff. And by the way, you know when you buy one of the big brand super glues, you get about 4 or 5 grams, ounces, or whatever, tiny little thing. These, they're 20 grams each, and you get 3 of them. That's 60 grams for 20 quid. It works better, in my experience. You get more of it, and it's a lower price. What is there not to like? Those are the kind of maths that make me get whole hot under my collar. Yeah, that's it. That's all I've got to say. David, do you want to shammy it?
Hey,
Shammy the money.
It's me.
Shammy the money. Hey?
Shammy Davis Jr. They flew me here all the way from Shamland.
From Sham.
At my own expense.
Right. Yeah.
Please remember to use them damp. They're made in Germany. Look for the stamp. Yeah.
Look
made
for
in Germany.
The stamp.
Well, they won't work properly. Fold them in a pad.
Did you run out of words?
Yeah. Well, I start with it big and then fold it. Right. And then into a pad. You're going to use it on your car. You'll use it every day.
They're free. These are free, by the way.
If you wash your car, it's the best.
Yeah, because you're going to pay that money anyway for stuff you throw away.
Yes.
Get these and they'll last you for ages, for years.
You are going to spend the money. That's correct.
How long do you reckon they will last realistically?
Look how thirsty.
They're not really free. You have to pay for
in
them.
In the kitchen, it's the best dishcloth you'll ever use. Use it around the home. If somebody drops something on the floor, it's a great floor cloth too. When you think about it, we all use mops, but who wants to drag out a mop for a little isolated mess like that? You'd rather just
Paul, you can just stay on
wring it out and use it again. Super, super absorbent.
No, nothing. What?
There's a bit of tomfoolery going on here. I can sense it with my peripheral vision.
Peripheral?
My ESPN.
ESPN.
I see everything. All the sports
Particularly
channels.
sports channels.
Yeah. So you've got a leaky pipe or somebody makes a mess around the home. the dishwasher floods or the washing
Yeah,
machine.
yeah, yeah. No,
That's a bit of a regular.
Yeah.
I mean, sponges work too, but they don't really work. They can't pick it up. There are a multitude of different cloths you can waste your money on to try and do the job.
Sure.
Did you know, not a lot of people know this, Rob,
Not a lot of people know this.
but over 70 million tonnes of cloth or textiles are disposed of in the UK every year. 72 million tonnes.
Landfill, I'm assuming.
All in the landfill. So, you know, let's help the
Where
planet.
is this landfill? Somewhere in Wales, isn't it?
Who knows? They must be all over the place. Look,
it's just amazing. Are we running out
they
of
last
space?
3 to 5 years if you use it every day, up to 10 years if you use it once a week to wash your car.
Yeah.
It picks up the mess, and what I just love about it is it keeps it there, it locks it inside.
No drip.
That's
Yeah,
capillary action. So you can put it in your fridge.
They are
It'll keep your
brilliant. They
veggies
just
crisp.
are.
Use it to dry the dog.
Yeah. The
If you've got a dog, you need these.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, if they're allowed inside, you take them for a walk, they come back with muddy paws.
Could you put them by the
dry
door
them
and
off.
as they walk in it?
What a great idea.
Yeah.
Or dry them off, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
We often sell them at that famous dog show down in
yeah,
Birmingham
yeah.
every year.
Oh, right.
Dog owners just love them.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
yeah. Put one maybe around the water bowl where they drink, where they splash water everywhere.
Do you know, during the
we have
summer-
a boxer. She's got a big wide mouth that just basically needs a paddling pool for a drinking bowl.
I put them on the sofa when it gets really hot instead of sweating into the sofa.
Yeah.
Sweat into one of those.
It's a lovely vision.
Isn't
Yeah.
it? As
Anyway.
I sit there in my my budgie smugglers.
We must point out, if you're going to use it on windows or on your vehicle, please wash them once in the washing machine. It breaks them in, gives them a nice skin like this one so it won't leave streaks. If you forget any of this, there's a green sheet somewhere down here. This is your 1-year guarantee, and it also has instructions, a little reminder on the key points of the
By the way, when it gets
demonstration.
really hot, if you don't have air conditioning, get one of these, make it wet, put it in the fridge.
Yeah, or the freezer.
Or the freezer.
Yeah.
A cold compress on the forehead will help you get off to sleep during the hot, sticky night.
No, it's a great idea, absolutely.
Yeah.
And
I know it is. Yeah. Did you just compliment me?
I did, you know. It happens once in a while.
Sit down again.
Only when you deserve it. Use the whole length, pull it across your windows, your shower screens, kitchen counters, granite worktops. Let's do the carpet. shall we?
Squeaky clean.
We're going to do the carpet. You'll notice this is not a thin carpet, it's quite thick.
It's very thick.
I'm not a carpet expert, but it could be a plush,
By the way,
a shag, or a Berber.
Yeah.
Anyway.
This is not some special absorbent black, you know, like Shin Lim's magic table.
Some
This
people
is-
just don't
they-
believe
they
this
don't
demo,
believe-
do
it's
they? They
real.
think there's a
This-
hole
this is-
underneath or something.
Yeah. There's no getting away from
There's
it.
a nervous puppy dog.
Yeah.
Spot with the wet tail.
Yeah.
You know, we bought one for Christmas for the kids.
Yeah.
A couple of years back, and it turns out it's the gift that keeps giving.
Oh, yeah.
Little spot there with the wet tail. Then you've got a big dog. There's the big dog Rover, the golden reliever,
Yeah.
and the worst animal of all. They come out at this time of night. Everybody knows one, the party animal.
I'm not a party.
If there's a Rob in your home or one nearby,
Yeah.
you need a chamois.
That's the problem when you
we
go-
finish the bottle, we're going to open another one.
Doing eating and drinking absolutely everything you love.
Hopefully, you'll never get a spill this bad at home.
No.
But if you have guests over on the weekend,
You're
maybe
keeping
watching
cola
football or something,
In business.
and don't you find they always spill a drink right in the middle of the room,
Always.
not against the wall where you can put some furniture over it?
Yeah, yeah.
If you've got old stains, by the way, a red wine stain perhaps, we've heard of great results if you pour soda water all over them, dilute the stain and go over it several times with your chamois,
right.
and it pulls it out. We can't
Washing,
guarantee it, but give it a try.
yeah.
Now, what you don't see at home is what you're about to see now, underneath the carpet.
Yeah.
There's the hardwood floors. They've seen better days.
Yes.
If it's in the car, it could rust. And the first thing you reach for, another drink, and then the paper towels.
Oh.
Kitchen towels, we all use them. But they're not designed for this job.
No.
Another dead tree in the forest.
Even the really most absorbent ones just
Use
wouldn't
them once,
be any good.
5 seconds, they fall apart, and you're just crushing the mess down further, deeper into the floorboards.
Yeah. Oh, I've
Take
got
your
an email.
chamois. It absorbs more than any paper towel. Remove any excess liquid. Save your email until
I
the
will.
end of this
Yeah,
bit. A little
absolutely.
bit of pressure
Yeah,
with
yeah.
your hands. If it's a puppy dog piddle, use your feet. Step on it. Not on the puppy.
Not on the
Rob.
puppy.
Right, we'll do the other side. Wouldn't want to hurt the poor little thing.
Don't
Maybe
go
it's one of those
hurting animals just for the sake of a dry floor.
Chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
There's Uncle Frank's 12-year-old Scotch right back in the glass. This
Yeah.
brings back dark memories of my childhood in New Zealand.
I once had an oversized Shih Tzu.
Yes. Anyway, There's the drink back in the glass. Don't try that at home.
didn't weigh it.
If you decide to do that and you get little bits of carpet in the drink, try putting it through a coffee filter before you serve it. Right, underneath the carpet, everybody wants to see. Underneath the carpet, the floor will be bone dry. If it's in the car, it won't rust.
No.
Amazing, right?
Yeah.
If you use it once for a spill like this, well, you'll bless the day you took it home. And I mean, they're just that good. They really are. I know a lot of our
No, they're not
viewers
good. They are
will
phenomenal.
already have them, and they're probably looking at the screen going, "Is that right? You get what? Do you get?
What do you
four
get?
big jumbo sheets.
What?
1, 2,
What?
3, 4. If you're thinking, do I need that many? Think of it this way. Here's one for the car. Leave it in the car. Here's one for the... You can cut it into 4s maybe if you want to use it in the kitchen as a dishcloth. You've got 4 fantastic dishcloths that'll last 3 to 5 years. The third one you could use for the dog maybe. Or maybe you're just going to leave it under the sink for that disaster that may never strike. The fourth one you could have as a spare if the other 3 are all in the washing machine. Or you could use it for jumpers.
I feel
Put it in
very
the
small.
utility room.
Jumpers?
Jumpers.
Jumpers?
Cashmere sweaters. Angora.
Jumpers?
Roll them up in a chamois. Any garments you can't put in the tumble dryer. Are you pulling faces again?
No, I'm just amazed. And
Roll your garments up.
that's just my regular face. It just looks like that.
Very unfortunate. Anyway, roll your garments up in a chamois. Things that you can't put in the tumble dryer. Stockings, pantyhose. What I do with my wife's stockings and
Oh,
pantyhose.
you beat me
roll
to it.
them up in a chamois in the dryer in no time. Give it a try.
Yes.
But you get so many, and it's well worth the money. 24-hour deal today is incredible. 4 big orange, 2 blue ones, 19 pounds, 11.5 square meters of German textile.
That's a lot.
It's enough to fill this entire half the studio, actually.
Hello from me, Sam. Watching Sam, watching Rob and Martha on TV and TikTok. Really loving the show on both platforms. So our floor manager, Sam, I don't know if Rich can get a shot of Sam. Do you mind? So this is our Sam over here. So one sec, David. And so that is our floor manager, Sam. So he decided that he would set up a TikTok channel called Shop on Sam, and it's become a massive sensation. But then when you look at that face, go nice and close. Look into the camera, Sam. Go nice and close, please, Rich. Come on, let's see it. Yeah. Go on, look into the camera. Give us. There we are. There, yeah. I mean, you wouldn't kick him out, would you?
Now you know why all you see is his hands.
And so, yeah, if you want to watch it, Shop on Sam. It's becoming an amazing phenomenon. So thank you for watching on that. And people are watching us making the show live on ITV and STV on TikTok. It's very meta. No, that's Facebook and Instagram, sorry. So this is for you, question for you. You ready? This is from Tess. Hello, Tess, how are you? Hi, Rob. Looking to buy a set of the Miracle Chamois, but just wanted to know if they would soak up dirty water if you were cleaning the floor without staining the cloth.
Absolutely. Well, it depends what the dirty water contains.
Sure.
You know, if it's dye or... Yeah, you can put them in the washing machine or bleach them.
Yeah.
But they're going to get dirty, for sure.
That's the point.
Whatever you spill on the floor or
they're brilliant
want to pick up, they get dirty, throw them in the washing machine. If they get a little stain on them, does it really matter? I mean, bleach them if they got paint or oil on them.
Yeah.
Or if you want to take them back to but this is their original colour, so they won't bleed in the wash.
Yeah.
You won't put your socks in and come out with orange
it doesn't
ones
matter.
or
I
yellow
use it to
ones.
wash everything. Absolutely. I mean, to clean just about everything.
No hotter than 60.
Okay, no hotter than 6. And no fabric softener.
No fabric
You can use any, I mean, you can use whatever detergent you like, tablet, gel, powder, whatever you like. Ladies and gentlemen, please, please, please make sure you check out. You can't use them unless you buy them. Look, every now and then, I get this. I'll be so straight. As you know, if anyone who knows me, you know I'm straight as a die here. I tell you how it is, fend or please, and sometimes I fend. And I've worked in it's called DRTV, the direct response television market, for a number of years. Infomercials, right? They used to be like 30 minutes. They still are sometimes late at night. And, they get these amazing products like, here's a piece of fluff. It's the new Fluffinator 6000. This piece of fluff will replace your regular fluff. And it's much fluffier than any fluff you've ever seen before. And you kind of, we've been sort of spoiled by these, dare I say, in many cases, tacky products that are cheap and you buy them and then they're rubbish. Some of them. Some are very good. I'm not knocking Infant, but there are some really good products out there. So I want you to understand that this, because we're on telly, and we're on ITV1 and STV, we are a partnership with ITV and STV. This is your this is your official shopping show, ladies and gentlemen, every night from between midnight and 3 a.m. And so you're buying from a reputable source. Your money's safe. And also, we are made up of industry veterans, our company, that have worked in the transactional television business really since its inception. I cut my teeth at the original shopping channel with the 3 letters, which is still a phenomenal company. And hello to any of my former friends and colleagues who still work there. And so we vet out the rubbish. I'm a perfectionist, and I don't mean to boast. I'm not saying this to impress you, but to impress upon you. I'm also, aside from being a presenter, I'm the head of television, soon to be the operations director. And so the thing is, I have a complete oversight. It's actually the buck stops with me if a load of rubbish ends up on the channel to a degree. And I won't have it. I just won't have it. I've used Miracle Chamois for 5 years. They are the best cloth money can buy in my experience and from my using them. There's nothing else that I know that's like them. There's nothing I know that's better than them. And we've got you an amazing 24-hour deal at £19 for 4 of those cloths. You'll be using those, now unless you really punish them, but the chances are you'll be using those 4 cloths in 5 years' time. If you use these once a day for drying up and a bit of washing up, they'll last you years, potentially. If you wash your car once a week, they could last you a decade. I mean, it's hard to put a figure on it, but they are going to last and last and last and last. And you're going to spend the £19 on kitchen towel and J-cloths and other replaceable cloths anyway. So you might as well, and you're going to spend a lot more with those other disposable items than you will with these that are reusable. Make life simpler. Make life easy. This prevention is better than cure. Have it right there, ready to go. And also, it'll save your bacon on days when there's a big spill on the carpet, glass of wine on the carpet, flooding the kitchen, as happened to me the other day. Dishwasher, a pipe bursts, wet animals walking in, including pets and husbands and children and things like that. They're really good. Now, here's the real decision that you have to make. Do you believe me? And are you, 2 questions, and are you prepared to buy from something that's on telly? Even though we're on telly and it's the land of make-believe and the land of fantasy and fiction, it's also land of make-believe. No, da-da-na-na, da-na-na, na-na-na-na-na-na. It's, this is the land of reality. This is where the real people come. Can you afford £19? Do you want to save money, or do you want to spend 3-4 times that £19 on other stuff you're going to chuck away? And also you're doing something good for the environment because all that stuff's not going into a landfill. This is the solution. I promise you, I assure you, they are the best solution that is out there, I believe. So, right, it's EcoFlow. I love this product. We're going to go to a show that was pre-recorded a little while ago in this very, very studio with Mark Rise and Sean and Haley about 3 weeks ago. Oh no, it's Mark from Eco. That's because I saw Mark Rise does the Fwares Fix. He does that. We'll show him later, and he's going to be on Sunday night and all. Now I mustn't talk like Hagrid because I didn't get the role of Hagrid. Nick Frost got it instead, but I'm not better. Here's EcoFlow.
We've got a product that I think every home needs. It's a very clever adapter for your tap that can actually help save you water, but also gives you the spray function.
Yeah, to be able to clean your sink properly. You've got 2 different functions on here, and you're getting a twin pack of the EcoFlow tap adapters for a great price with a great saving. 168901 is the item number. If you want to go for this, it's so simple to order with us here at Shop on TV, shopontv.co.uk, or you can order on the phone at 0333 241 241.
And when you see it in action, honestly, it is incredible. It virtually just screws onto the tap that you've already got. We'll talk you through all that. We've got Mark with us from EcoFlow as well. But then it allows you to have two different functions. And that first function means, and by the way, you don't need any tools, you don't need any plumber. It's so simple.
It's this simple.
It's going to help stop splashing. It aerates your water, so it's got an aerator function, which you'll find as well. You won't use so much washing
It
up.
reduces the water output.
I
yeah.
just like the fact you don't use so much washing up.
Bonus.
But this is, we swapped our tap because we wanted a spray function like this. We bought a brand new tap, and for the price on your screen, you're getting two of these adapters. So you could put these on two different taps in the house. Perhaps you've got a utility room. You think, oh, well, I'd like it on the utility room as well. It's absolutely phenomenal. So easy to fit yourself, but allowing you to perhaps use the spray to rinse down your veg, to rinse down your plates after
Also,
you've used
it
them.
reduces on the splashes out of the sink and all around.
Which causes such a mess.
How many times are you mopping up all the excess water that you've wasted, that you've splashed back out of the sink? It's a twin pack, like we said, for such a great price. 168901 is your item number, and really, really simple.
And we've
to
been
order.
reading through 5-star reviews. You absolutely love this when you get it home for so many different reasons. When you see how it works, honestly, it is fabulous. Simple to fit. It allows you so easily to have these two different spray functions on the one adapter, but you are getting two adapters, so you can use them in different areas. Perhaps you were thinking about the kitchen, perhaps you're thinking about the bathroom, or perhaps you're thinking about that utility room. Or my mum's got sort of got an outhouse area where the washing machine is. I suppose that's a utility room to a degree.
It is to your mum.
But it's not quite so posh as a regular utility room. But perhaps you've got that outdoor area as well where you want to adapt that tap. Now, we're really excited about our guest as well, which is Mark. Really lovely to meet you, Mark.
Thank you for inviting me in. It's great.
What a great product.
It's an amazing product. I mean, we've been handling this product for about 25 years now, and we want to push it out to more people because it's such a great product.
Yeah.
It's Italian manufacture, isn't it? You can feel the quality of it.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's just a simple fit, as you've already explained, goes on the end of your existing tap, so you don't have to make those purchases.
It's also going to fit most taps, isn't it?
Absolutely. A very, very quick, I popped into one of the big DIY stores on the way. 90% of the taps, which you'll see in a minute when we do it, but the end screws off and it just screws up on.
So if you were in that store and you saw Mark fiddling with taps, he was doing a little bit of his investigation, because it is so easy. Would you show us, actually?
Absolutely.
Because it's so simple to do. You don't need a plumber. We don't even need tools, do we?
Not at all, no. So your normal tap, the end, as I say, 90% of the taps, your end aerator will just screw off just like this.
Right.
Okay, so we just put that to one side. We usually put that in a drawer.
Right, okay, so
we've got
save
it
that in a
just
drawer so
in case.
You've got it, yep.
And then it simply just screws on.
Well, if you moved, you could take this with you then, couldn't you?
You
And
could,
put the other
indeed,
thing
you
back on
could.
the tap.
And then we just say tighten, hand tighten, and that's it.
Good to go.
So show us now what this can do.
So with the fitting, this is the aerated spray, so this will not splash up all over the countertop.
Clever.
Okay. In there's also a 360 ball joint, so when you move it over, your normal tap, you could only kind of move it like this. This, you can reach all the corners of your sink, because
That's brilliant.
I think when people are at home, they put all bits and bobs from the kitchen worktops in there, they want to have a
Clean sink.
Exactly that, so that it gets
absolutely.
rid of all of that. So the second thing it does, so that's the aerated spray. You pull the collar down.
As easy as that. Did you see that? Just pull
great.
that collar down, and now it's gone to that fabulous. And that is so handy to have in the kitchen.
Absolutely,
For
absolutely.
rinsing your vegetables, it's going to be brilliant
Your
for
fruits,
your fruit.
but again, cleaning down the sink, rinsing your plates. Actually, I absolutely love it. For
Yeah.
that.
So again, we did say it's water saving. On this setting, it saves up to 18% of water.
Gosh, and that's because the water's aerated,
Well,
isn't it?
what are they-
And with the spray function, even better.
Absolutely. So on the spray function, it's about 18% of water it saves, because there's a little restrictor just where that ball joint is, obviously, which restricts the amount of water that comes through. And then if we push the collar up to the aerated spray, that saves just over 11% of water
And
as well.
that's been tested, hasn't it? Was it by Bournemouth?
Yeah,
Bournemouth University.
Bournemouth University. They did a flow rate test test on that, sorry.
Brilliant.
And yeah, they corroborated the results from it.
Absolutely.
I mean, that is
brilliant.
incredible. So, it's, you know, helping you save water, which is so important now with all the costs going up. But I just think going to be so handy for your kitchen. I think so. For us, we changed the whole tap just to get that spray function, but you've got that spray function and you've got that aerated function as well, which gives that really nice sort of, it feels like a softer water.
It really does, absolutely.
And lots of people mention with a washing up liquid, you don't need so much.
Absolutely. Again, with the extra bubbles that comes through, again, it just bubbles them up really nicely.
Now, it's also something called RAS approved. Now, RAS stands for Water Regulations Approval Scheme. What does that mean, Mark?
So it's an independent body. We wanted to have these RAS approved, so to give confidence to customers. If you go into, again, any of the big DIY stores, more or less all of the taps that you see for new kitchen taps like this will be RAS approved. It gives the consumer confidence that it's been through stringent testing and it's safe to use with water.
With
Brilliant.
water, brilliant.
Absolutely.
Absolutely brilliant.
great.
And so everything's there for you. You are getting a twin pack, remember, for that great price that you see on screen. 168901 is your item number. As far as how long it'll last, you were telling us a story just before the show.
This is brilliant.
Absolutely. Well, again, we had a couple phone us up just before Christmas and said, we'd like to order another one, please. And we said, of course, absolutely. So we went through and we had a chat to them. And I said to them, oh, by the way, you know, what happened to the last one? They went, we've moved.
We forgot to take
And
it.
we forgot to take it.
Oh, how funny. So it hadn't, you know, worn out in 19 years. It
Not
was
in the
still
slightest.
working, but they left it.
They forgot to take it with them.
Don't
so,
do that.
So we were very kind and we sent them a free one.
Oh, you are
what a kind
Don't do
man.
that. You keep the end of your tap,
Yeah.
put that in the drawer, and when you move, take that off and take it
Take
with
it
you.
with you.
Absolutely.
Review-wise, we were mentioning right at the top of the show, it's had
great
great
reviews.
feedback. And take a little look at this. Fantastic. We're thinking of getting a new kitchen tap fitted, but this has made it completely unnecessary. It equalises the flow from the hot and cold sides and produces a good frothy spray and can be angled into the corners of the sink. It also allows a kettle to be filled, even with a sink full of washing up. That's a good one, isn't it?
So handy.
Here's another one for you. Not only saves water, but also reduces the amount of washing up liquid required. That was
That's the
Hayley's
one I like.
favourite. Excellent product. Should be fitted to taps as standard.
It should, but gosh, for the price that you've got, and you're getting 2 of these, so that's 2 taps sorted. We honestly changed our tap completely because I wanted that spray
wanted the
function.
sprayer, yeah.
It's so handy when you're doing fruit and veg, when you're cleaning plates down before you put them into the dishwasher.
Cleaning
If
the
you're
sink.
hand rinse, you know, hand washing your plates to rinse them down before you put them to drain. So I wanted that function, but we haven't got the other function because this has 2 functions. That aerated water as well.
So saving on your water. And if
Which
you think
is phenomenal.
cost of everything is going up,
Yeah,
isn't it? So if we
if you
can
can
save
a
anywhere.
bit on your water, that's fantastic. And we were talking about how Bournemouth University have looked into that saving as well. But for me as well, the fact that because it's got those bubbles in, you know, because it's aerated, you won't need to use so much washing up liquid. I get through so much washing up liquid because our water is so nasty and hard. Whereas if it's a bit more aerated,
yeah.
it wouldn't need so much.
Now, it's really, really simple to fit. Mark just showed us a
Yes.
moment ago, but on the back of the little leaflet that it comes with are all the fitting instructions. It will fit 90% or more of taps, but you get all these different adapters included.
Yeah, there's
don't
6
you?
adapters there, so you can actually adapt it, and we'll show you how they work. The other lovely thing is there's a phone number on that leaflet. So if you have any issues, and Mark was saying no one rings, so if you want to ring, do ring. There's a phone number there, and they can help you fit it as well. And their website is fantastic.
Talks you through everything, doesn't it?
But it is really simple. Once you watch Mark using this on different taps as well, because we have got different taps in the studio, you'll think, oh, hang on, yeah, that'll go onto mine, and you can get it home and so easily fit it. You're seeing exactly there how you just take the end of your tap off right now, and then you'll find it screws on. If it doesn't, we're going to show you how to use the adapter too. And don't forget, giving you 2 different functions, changing your tap completely.
I love the flow of the water, like we were
Yeah.
saying. You don't get that splashback everywhere.
That's really annoying because it's actually ruining our our unit tops, isn't
Well,
it?
yeah,
Because
the
water
granite,
marks,
the water stains.
because it's continually splashing up when you're, doing things in the sink. So this is going to be brilliant for so many different reasons. Do please check out on the website or on the phones, but make sure every home, every tap should have these for sure.
What a brilliant price. You are getting 2 of them, remember. 168,901, whether it's 2 of your own taps, whether you want to split it, maybe with your mum or your sister.
Or lots of people got a utility room or an outdoor sink, or perhaps you even want to use it on a bathroom
outdoor
tap.
sink could be good. Yeah.
But we'll show you. We'll show you, because it's really easy to pop this onto virtually all the taps that you've got. Really brilliant product.
It's great, Mark. We're really blown away by it.
It is a wonderful, wonderful product. As you said earlier, it comes with 6 adapters.
Yep.
So again, we've got some other little models of taps
Lovely.
here. This is a very popular model in kitchens.
It is,
that have been. So on this one, the adapter is actually up in the middle. So the aerator sort of unscrews from here.
Right.
So
this is Mum's tap, and I didn't even think about Mum's tap until I saw this, and I was like, oh gosh, it would be brilliant on Mum's.
So again, this is just one of the adapters.
So that's one of the adapters.
Yep.
So where are you going to put that?
So we're going to screw this onto here first.
Right.
So that goes onto your tap adapter, nicely like that. And then that, again, just goes up into the inside of the tap. And again, just hand tighten. And again, if you need to, obviously a little tea towel just to pull that tight.
To make sure it's nice and tight.
And then once again,
the job's done.
You're way to go.
And look, the fact you've got that adjustment, and it's a really smooth flow to the adjustment.
You can feel the quality.
That's really important to point out, isn't it? Italian made.
Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. So the manufacturers are in Italy. They're a family business as well. They've been going 62 years. And again, I think what that story we said about someone's had it 19 years, it's the quality that really shines through.
Definitely.
We love that. If you missed that, a lady had had hers for 19 years and she rang up for another one, and Mark said, oh, what happened? She says, we moved. We left it on the tap.
We forgot to take it with us.
It's still working 19 years later. And how do we change the adapter from the aerating to the actual spray function?
So there's just a simple little collar here, which you put your fingers on and just pull it down.
How easy is that?
Right.
That will change it from the aerated spray to like the spray that you can use on your, say, your dishes,
veg, and your fruit. We've got another type of tap in the middle there. Again, it's fine for what we say 90% or more of taps.
Absolutely. With pop into the DIY store, had a very brief look, and 90% of them, the end of the tap screwed off. So again, it's very simple to take the aerator off and screw this directly in to the tap.
Brilliant.
Fabulous. And then if we do have a tap that it won't actually sort of work on, we have got a really clever adapter, haven't we? So it will work on it.
Absolutely, yes. So again, we try to cover as much as we can, or all the bases for all the taps. So new taps are coming out each week.
Yeah.
So this is what we call our S1 adapter. So again, this will go over the end of the tap, like I've already put on here, and it's just so simple. And excuse me, I'm just going to unscrew
it. It is so simple. So as we say, really over 90% of the taps it will fit on without this extra adapter. Your details on the bottom of the screen, so really affordable to add it if you need to.
Yeah.
But that is available if you have got a tap that it won't fit on for any reason.
And then simply goes over the end of the tap. And then the tap adapter itself just screws onto the bottom.
Right. Oh, clever.
And then you've got your water saving, etc., and all the other benefits that come with it.
So many benefits. Every tap definitely should have one of these, and you're getting 2 of these in the pack.
I have to get some of those for my flat in London. They really are amazing. Our producer has them, and as I say, we use them in the taps here. They're very good, and they're so well made that you can feel the quality when you get them. They've got real sort of good weight to them, and they're just, the engineering is, they're over-engineered really. They are fabulous. Look at that. Aren't they pretty? It's like a disco ball, only not a ball. It's a disco sheath. Martha just went, don't be weird. It's a sheath that it looks like a disco ball, so that's hence calling all cars. Blue Magic's really good as well. Don't believe me? Look at this. Oh, well, I'll tell you what, we'll do that in a minute because we weren't quite ready. There is the Blue Magic. This is what it does.
Right, so here's a kiddie's school shirt. Maybe your fountain pen has leaked. Maybe you have gone out for a lunch, a business lunch or a personal lunch, and you've spilt something like coffee down your top or you know, spaghetti or whatever it might be, or even possibly the oil from your garlic bread, whatever it might be. There's loads of different things, right? So that's a brand new, fresh shirt.
Yeah, again, untreated. It's out the packet exactly as you would.
You know why
if
it's out the
just went-
packet?
Yeah.
Because I don't know if we can zoom in on this, but that's the little plastic clip that I forgot to take off the arms. You can see there where it's
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah,
straight
yeah,
from the
yeah.
pack. Right, now have a look at this. This is beetroot once again. So beetroot, it could be blood. It could be a multitude of
Do you know,
different
we
stains.
always get emails about bodily fluids.
Yeah.
And so I know that sounds weird, but yes, any bodily fluids, this is great on. Just
Maybe
so
you
know.
have a youngster
Yeah.
that's potty training and they've had a little
Right.
accident, you know, in
Yeah,
bed at
one or
night.
two.
One or two. So
Yeah.
use your Blue Magic, obviously, on your mattresses,
If you've had a little
on your
bleed,
bedding.
or maybe you know you've had a large pimple, and you've
Yes.
turned over in the night on your pillowcase and it's popped.
Yeah, maybe you've
So
had a
all of that.
nosebleed in the night or anything of that
Maybe a
nature.
little vomitus in the back of the car. This is great for that too.
Right, so here's a little bit of blue ink, okay?
Yes.
So we're going to take the blue ink, Rob. Again, remember, it's so cost effective, non-toxic, solvent-free, no acids, no bleach, no caustics. It's safe to use around children and pets as well.
You said this is used commercially in kitchens. So what kind of places? I know there's a very famous burger chain that uses it to clean all their milkshake machines and stuff like that, isn't there? But it's used, you say, in hospitality. So what sort of food places use this?
Absolutely. So, you know, big food preparation factories.
Commercial
pubs,
kitchens.
clubs, restaurants,
Right.
hotels, hospitals, schools, shopping centres.
Wow.
Big blue chip companies.
Yeah.
And you know, if you go into your local shopping centre, you'll see the cleaners walking around with a clear bottle. It's got a blue solution inside.
Yeah.
The chances are it will be Blue Magic.
Or if it's there's another colour it might be as well, isn't there?
Pink.
So if it's a pink solution, that is basically Blue Magic, but just pink colour.
Right, now what we're going to do here, I'm just going to lift this up so you can see this at home,
Mm-hmm.
okay? You can see it's a real old mess. And I've gone to town.
It's a Rorschach test.
Yes.
Or is it Rorschach or Rorschach?
One or the other.
One or the other.
But it's a 50-50, isn't
Yeah.
it? Right, let's take the Blue Magic. Now
I can
remember,
see my mother.
You can dilute it down to the strength that you require. If it's really, really bad, the stain, the mess, whatever it might be, spray your Blue Magic on. If it's really bad, leave it for several minutes to go to
You can
see. So
see
that's
it
exactly what I'm
disappearing.
going to do now. I'm not going to wash this immediately. I'm going to let the Blue Magic. There's a little bit of tomato sauce.
Honestly, my
off
son,
field.
who you know, he has his, what do they call them, kicks? You know, his really expensive sneakers.
Yeah.
Or running shoes, trainers, whatever we used to call them.
By the way, may I interrupt very quickly?
Sure.
You know, those white trainers, the expensive ones,
Yeah.
hiking boots, equestrian boots,
Yep.
football boots, fabulous in all your footwear. But you know those kicks that you're on about?
Yeah, yeah.
80, 90, 100 pounds
And then the rest.
and the rest.
Yeah.
Well, just spray your Blue Magic on and it's brilliant. It
Yeah, I
removes
know,
the stain,
I know,
but
I know.
it doesn't damage the material. We poured beetroot juice on here and we also poured, should I say, put some blue ink on there.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we spritzed it with our Blue Magic concentrate. Remember, it's used commercially, Blue Magic, as well as domestically. So we're using it as a pre-treatment. Now, here's the good news. What it won't do, providing the material that you're working with is colour fast, it won't remove the colour that's meant to be there, just the stain that's not. So whether you've stained something like the carpet, maybe the rug, maybe the sofa, maybe the car upholstery, maybe a shirt or an expensive blouse. It's great on grass marks for the kids' trousers, school trousers. Maybe
Cricket whites?
Cricket whites. Maybe you've got that really expensive riding boots or expensive trainers. Remember, Blue Magic won't bleach the fabric, okay? There's no acid, there's no caustics, again, there's no bleach, it's solvent-free, it's non-toxic, really, really super cost-effective, odour-free and fragrance-free.
Actually, it's interesting you mentioned riding boots for equestrian purposes.
Yeah.
This would be great on all the leathers and the saddles and all that kind of stuff. All the sports shoes, the expensive trainers.
Yeah, absolutely. Now remember,
The duds,
you know,
the drips,
this
the
basically,
skids, whatever they call them.
this bowl here simulates your washing machine at home. Now think about the rubber ring in the
I just realised what skids is, sorry. Well, it will work on those too.
I'm saying nothing. Okay. So you know the rubber ring on the
trying to be
drum?
cool.
You know,
Yeah.
it gets all gunked up.
The rubber ring of the drum, yeah,
in
go
the
on.
washing machine.
Oh, yeah.
And then place your Blue Magic concentrate neat in the drawer of your washing machine. And then what you
It
do...
cleans all the washing machine pipes and everything.
Yeah, but what you would do, obviously, once you've pre-treated your shirt, your garment, whatever it might be, you pop it in your washing machine with your normal, detergent, whether it's gel, powder, tablets, or anything of that nature.
Yeah, you've got to love that Blue Magic. I tell you, it really does replace everything you're using now, pretty much. I can't think of anything it doesn't replace, except disinfectant and bleach. They're the only two things. It's very good. Yeah. I mean, dishwasher tablets, what have you, things like that, washing up liquid, you still use those. And your laundry detergent. But as a laundry pre-treat and also add some to the laundry cycle, really is great as a stain remover. It does just about everything else. Now, we're going to go back to the Miracle Shammy. Once upon a time, there was a Shammy. And it performed miracles. And they were good. And the price is pretty good here as well. £19. Iris wrote in and said, I bought the Miracle Chamois quite a while ago and thought they may be a gimmick. Yes, agree with you there, Iris. I know that's what a lot of people think. She goes on to say, but I can honestly say they are fantastic. I use them on Coke and water spillages and mostly for drying my dog. I cannot fault them, even on the Coke spillage. Other colas are available, of course. I have mobility problems and cannot run to the sink, but just using the chamois on my carpet stopped it from staining. To be honest, I've used them dry sometimes first, and they do the trick. But to dampen them then and use them is it's just really a game changer. Sorry, Iris, I can't read tonight for some reason. Just phenomenal, really, really wonderful.
That's a great testimony.
It is a great testimony. Yeah.
Thank you, Iris.
If you've just joined us,
spread the good word.
Yeah, this is David Wright.
That's me, Big Wave Dave.
Big Wave Dave. You can't see this, but he's wearing his board shorts tonight. He's just come from Cowabunga Beach.
I don't know if there's any need to point that out, but if you want to...
And also, word has it, not wearing any underwear
I wear
either.
shorts because they can't see me from the waist down, but,
I'm not wearing anything.
No. Anyway, made in Germany. They call it the Miracle Chamois. They are super, super absorbent. They've been around for years, designed by those clever people in Germany for washing cars originally. So if you wash your car, it's fantastic. You may have used one of those leather chamois before, animal chamois. They're pretty good. I'm not here to knock them, but they do dry hard like a rock and smell bad eventually because they harbour bacteria. This one, it goes in the washing machine. And on your animal chamois, little dirt particles will scratch the paint and damage the finish on your vehicle. This one will too if it gets dirt on it, but throw it in the washing machine, no dirt, no scratches. Now it's leaving streaks because it's full. So shall we see what we got?
Let's see.
It absorbs, phenomenal amounts of liquid, up to 20 times its own weight.
Amazing.
And it locks it inside. So you get spills around the home, whether it's on the floor, maybe you take the kids to McDonald's, other takeaways are available. And by the time you get to the exit, they got one of those big jumbo Diet Cokes that they upgrade them with. This has happened to me. And the kids knock them over on the back seat.
Speaking of the back seat of cars, yes, this will work on bodily fluids. So if somebody's sick...
Okay, great. So sponges work too, but they drip and dribble everywhere, make a mess on the floor on the way back to the sink. Have you ever tried this one? We try and catch it with your hands. I've got big hands, so it's not too bad, but eventually, unless you've got webbed fingers, you're out of luck. So, forget about the sponge. What about these? This could be a microfiber. This is a J cloth. J stands for junk. Doesn't matter what it is, it won't pick up liquid like your Miracle Chamois. I know this is a lot bigger, but this is the size these come in. Take your chamois, this is the size these come in, 70 by 50 centimeters. Fold it into a pad. The more times you fold it, the more it absorbs. And just lay it in the mess. Watch this. It picks up liquid like a magnet picks up a nail. You see the levels go down, and what I just love about it is it locks it inside. No drips. You can carry it over to the sink. You don't get a big sticky mess on the floor.
Dave. No, to drip over my head.
Oh, high risk. Oh, look. Yes. Excellent. I had to shake it. Sometimes when you get a little tail, I just really wanted that to happen. Not to worry.
He dribbled on.
You okay?
I think I'll be okay.
Take a little blue one to
the
tidy your
trauma
act
that's
up.
gonna
or
take the
something.
time to get over.
Anyway, if you wring it out, it's ready to use again. If it's dirty, it goes in the washing machine. No fabric softener. Put it in with your clothes. No hotter than 60 degrees. And it won't bleed in the wash. This is its natural colour, so don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Using it on windows or shower screens or the windscreen of your vehicle, you get that wonderful streak-free, satisfying
Yeah,
finish
look,
each
it's
and
totally
every time.
dry. It's like a magic trick.
No streaks or smears. On the carpet. And yeah, in the UK, we have carpet, right?
We do.
Everybody's
sadly.
got carpet, even if it's just in the car. But
it's great for hard floors as well.
some carpet's very expensive.
Yeah, it is.
Hundreds of pounds
Ludicrously
per square
expensive.
metre. And when something like this happens, you get that sinking feeling. It's a horrible moment, a little bit stressful. Could be the kids with their Ribena, little youngsters. A nervous puppy or a larger dog.
Yeah.
Uncle Frank with the 12-year-old Scotch. Auntie June with the red wine. And ladies, if this happens to you tonight, on your way back to the kitchen to get the next drink, which is more important than cleaning it, of course, grab a chamois. In the future, if you have them, it's the only thing that'll work. Kitchen towels, we all use them. We use them once. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I've
they
never
last
reused one.
They last 5 seconds. They fall apart. We throw them away in the landfill. 72 million tonnes a year thrown away. Take your chamois. This is, yep, in the UK
alone.
72 million tonnes. Google it, folks. Yep, remove the excess liquid, lay it on the spill. With a little pressure with your hands, it picks it up. This is capillary action. So it reaches through underneath, draws the liquid up. No kitchen towel can do that. There's no other textile that can do that. You see the colour change almost immediately. We have to do it twice because this is a big spill. But on the first application, what did we get? Look,
You must have had a pint of liquid in there, easy.
pretty close, right? Enough to give Uncle Frank another double scotch with a couple of fresh ice cubes.
Absolutely.
Some of my friends say it actually tastes better the second time around. What they don't know won't hurt them. Anyway, if it's late and the
Don't
shops
try
are
that
all
at home,
closed
folks.
like now,
Yeah.
you might think about it. Anyway, look, underneath, this is what everybody wants to see. Look at this. The carpet's changed colour, bone dry underneath. Absolutely fantastic. I'll wring it out one more time, and there you go. You
can do this.
You
at
have
home
got a
if you don't
pint.
believe- You have got a pint. If you don't believe it,
Look at that.
Genuine demonstrations. That is not an absorbent table. It's an
Hopefully you'll
absorbent
never
cloth.
need it for this.
No.
If you've got dogs, use it for grooming the animals.
What are the top three reasons
the
to
top
get one?
three? Well, I'm glad you asked,
Yeah.
actually. I'd say
Martha.
washing the car,
Yeah.
detailing your vehicle.
Yeah. I don't
think
have
in
a car, so I
in the
wash up.
kitchen. You know, most people have one in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Use it as a counter wiper, a little piece by the taps.
Condensation
You know, where they get
on
all
the-
manky around the back of the taps.
Yeah, window
And
sills.
leave one, in the bathroom, I reckon.
Oh gosh, yeah.
As a bath mat.
Great for mirrors, for defogging.
The bathroom's
mirrors.
always wet, isn't it?
Oh well, if it's a bathroom.
If
Back
you're a
of the
driver,
car. Yeah.
put one in the car, leave it there in case you spill something, the coffee on the way to work.
Yeah.
Happens to me all the time. Or just for taking condensation off the windows.
Yeah.
Keep your vision clean on the way to work. Could save your life.
It could, yeah, it really could.
And yours?
Slip resistance. And,
Rob, you have the slip thing in the
yeah,
bathroom.
honestly, I've nearly really hurt myself in the
Yeah, don't tell us the whole story about
No, I
your
won't.
bum sticking out and everything.
Oh, it
like
was
last time.
flapping everywhere.
Yeah. Nobody wants to think about it anyway.
No, I know. That's why I'm single.
It just keeps picking up liquid. You'll use
Who
it
wants
all
that?
over the
Who wants
place.
to see the live show of that?
You've got a boat.
Yeah.
Wow, you need one. Maybe you got a leaky bilge and you're lost at sea.
Nothing worse than
Where
a
would you be
leaky
without
bilge.
one?
Yeah.
What is a bilge anyway?
I don't know, Martha. Does your bilge leak? No, she has. She's got a dry.
Apparently, everybody's got one on the boat.
Right.
Yeah, and everyone's.
They're
Suppose
always.
you need a bilge, and they do get quite moist. Apparently,
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Do they leak?
Do they leak? So your bilge is like your overflow.
All right. Okay.
Oh, I
So
see.
maybe if there's too much overflow and the bilge is about to overflow,
Overflow, yeah. So you have a bilge pump, but
now it's almost like bailing it out.
But you might. But what happens if you're taking on water? You might be taking on water into
You
your
may
engine
be.
compartment. Yeah, and it would
You
come.
need
through
them.
your
You need them on a
I've watched
boat,
Below
just for
Deck.
wiping down the deck as well.
Yeah, I watch Below Dick.
Yeah, you've got to have a nice clean deck.
They have a lot of
And,
New Zealanders there.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Very-
have a lot of how would you say it? Deck hands.
Yeah, we're very proud of our decks in New Zealand.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Anyway, check this out. Look, super absorbent. We'll do it one more time. Like a thirsty
I like it when the
camel
crew go down on the deck.
drinks it up. Yeah. The Gobi Desert, perhaps.
The Gobi. I only know two deserts, the Gobi.
Like a thirsty camel in the Gobi.
What are the other ones?
No drips. Like any good camel, it locks it inside. You can walk around for days with it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Kalahari. I know
we're doing deserts.
That's fried squid.
This is what happens late at night. You know, it's just a little bit of chit chat.
Oh, you know.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, it's television.
Apparently, Antarctica is a desert.
Yeah, any barren wasteland.
You wouldn't think of it.
Arctic, not Antarctica.
The Antarctic's the same.
Is it? Well, I don't know.
An ice cap.
One's snow and one.
But it's bigger.
One's got a desert.
We like the Antarctic down in New Zealand.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do some.
You know, the
research.
first man to get to the South Pole?
Was a Kiwi.
Don't think it was, actually.
No?
Mr. Scott.
So
Anyway.
that.
Should we do the carpet again? Should we do the carpet?
By the way,
again?
what'd you get for your money?
Forget the carpet. Let's tell them what they get for their
What'd
money.
you get for your money?
Our regular price, $19.99, £20, and we don't apologise for the regular package. Two of the big jumbos for $20, and a blue one for windows is our regular deal. This is a $4.99 value. And that's a great deal. We don't apologise for that. Tonight we double it.
You don't want that.
You get 4 big jumbos,
You want the BOGOF.
2 blue ones, not for £20, for $19. It is ridiculous value. The blue one is the same material. It's slightly smaller. It's a tighter weave. Allegedly better on glass, windows, shower screens, and the like.
Right.
But you can just use it, you know, for a different job. And
Competition
segregated.
time. Competition time. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I want emails, please. studio@shopontv.co.uk. TikTokers, or you can send us a message through Shop on TV.
Fingers crossed. I don't usually like it when he does this.
The name of a Madonna song. Name of a Madonna song. Please send us your answers. Our director's already got it. Please continue.
You sing it if somebody gets it right.
Absolutely, I will.
Okay. So if you're thinking, do I really need that many? 4 of the big jumbos. Yes, you do. 1 for the house. Cut it into quarters for dishcloths if you want to, or leave it its original size. 1 for the car. Leave it in the car. There's more to come. But if you spill something, great to have one there.
Yeah,
Under the sink for this one, maybe, if there's a big spill that happens, or use it for grooming the dog. If
And
you've got a
when
dog,
you buy,
need these.
use item number 469893.
469893 is your item number. The last one could be a spare if they're all in the washing machine, or for your jumpers, woolly jumpers, cashmere sweaters. Use it in the utility room. You will bless the day they came through your front door, because they're just that good. They really are. Made in Germany. Do not get the cheap imitations. Beware. There's a lot of cheap knockoffs out there.
You don't want those.
You don't want the
especially
fake
online.
version.
Now, Sam, our Sam, he's been making promises that he doesn't know if he can keep. But Vicky Nash, fortunately, he can, because apparently Vicky's been talking to Sam on TikTok, and Sam said, "Don't worry, Rob will give you a shout out." And here I am saying, Vicky Nash, thank you for watching. Shout out. There you go. Thank you, Vicky. Love it. Vicky!
Is it the famous Vicky Nash, the one that organises motorbike shows and stuff?
I don't know. Is it
Well
Vicky?
be. Yeah, I think there's a Vicky Nash that's in charge of sponsoring the
Martha's
National
loving our
Motorcycle
show. She's really
Anyway, we digress.
We're 2 old men in the pub. Blooming shit. Well, I'd rather be in a pub than doing this, quite
I don't
frankly.
like her saying that. Do you like her saying that?
No, I don't
What's
like
she
her
on
saying
about?
that. You can't get the producers these days. That's the problem.
In New Zealand, she wouldn't be in the pub. I think we mentioned that earlier. She wouldn't be in the pub.
Anyway, look, when you go to shopontv.co.uk, make sure you buy the first package, not the second one, because otherwise you'll only get 2 of the yellow and 1 of the blue.
Which
now,
is still a good deal.
I tell you what, these will be great if you have a little spill with your water feature. We have some amazing water features. These are incredibly keenly priced at the moment. These are from Garden Wise. They are the solar-powered water features. Now, they actually have their own solar panel, which will obviously keep them powered, and they have a reserve battery, which means that the solar panel will also charge the battery, so these will continue to run even when the sun is not out. So no extra costs, no or low maintenance to run. All you have to do is basically plug in the solar panel, make sure it sees light somewhere, and fill it up with water, and away you go. Simple, and they will keep going and going and going. These are made out of really top quality hand-painted resin. This is 64 inches tall by 83 wide. I mean, they are substantial pieces. So that's £90, down from £199.99, and it is also on PayPal Pay in 3. We've got this one, which is not only a water feature, it's also a planter. And it's made out of what looks like cascading rocks. Aren't they beautiful? £80 is your price right now. Also saving you a ton of money. I love this. From Garden Wise, Rock Effect water feature. Also, again, it is solar powered. The solar power. All of these water features from Garden Wise have a battery backup, if you will, that is charged by the solar panel. And I mean, they just add that little sort of slice of calm to your patio, your garden, your balcony, if you have one. Anyway, you care to shove one. Yes. We've also got we've got the rocks as well. You can get your rocks on with this. This is your again with battery. They all have battery backup, but this has a light in it as well. So at night time you get a little not only a water feature but a lit water feature, which is rather lovely. I love
That would be good at night.
illuminate. I love that.
Light.
Sitting out with a glass of wine.
And there is something serene and calming about a water feature.
Genuinely is. Yeah, there's your little light. You see?
Sit back and enjoy the flow.
Enjoy the flow. Those look like the Flintstones golf balls, or no, bowling balls. Don't you think?
Yeah.
No? Okay. £80 is your price. Again, they are very keenly priced. They are very substantial and really, I just think, quite wonderful. So help yourself. Maybe put one in your garden this year.
Do you know why they don't have the Flintstones?
Why?
In Dubai?
No.
Because Abu Dhabi do.
That's actually really good. Do you know
I know
what?
you're going to borrow that, and that's okay.
I am going to borrow
Abu Dhabi
that.
do.
Also, I'm putting you on. I'm benching you for a while for that terrible joke. So do better next time, okay?
Great.
No, it was good. But I tell you what's not just good, great. The Fweza Fix. It is 20 grams of instant adhesive. You get a trio pack, which means 60 grams in total for 20 quid, and it is the fix that sticks. Here I am on a previous show, but ironically wearing the same jacket with Mark Rise.
Fweza Fix, it's the fix that sticks.
Aha!
Which is useful because it's glue, you know.
Yes.
Unlike a lot of other glues, you get a lot for your money, but I'll explain that in just a moment. Let me just stick. This is the kind of stuff that they make paddling pools out of, or shopping bags, that kind of stuff.
Right, okay.
So, look, you can move it around so it doesn't stick the moment you put it down, but just stick it down, and you need to get rid of the air, basically.
Okay.
So, because when you get rid of all the air, then it sticks.
It really sticks.
And the point is, if you've had other glues before, you've used it once, and you've put the cap back on, and you come back to it 6 months later, and it's also, you can't open it again.
No, correct.
It doesn't happen with Fweza Fix.
Aha.
Have a look.
Is that really strong?
Look. So it is the fix that sticks. There you go. Come on, Rob.
Blimey.
That is pretty strong, isn't it?
Okay.
So there you go. That is
20 quid. Thank you for watching. Good night.
Exactly. You get 3 lots. I'll come to how much you get in just a moment's time.
Okay.
But I tell you what, let's do a little bit of it. Now, look. Can you see? I need to do this with the glasses because it's very small.
Okay.
Can you see that we have cut this and stuck it together many times?
What is it? A bit of cable?
It's a.
Oh, it's like a rubbery gasket thing.
Yeah, from a vacuum cleaner.
Oh,
when
yeah.
vacuum cleaners used to have belts.
a belt.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Vacuum cleaners don't really have that these days, do they?
No.
So let me get my knife and just cut it there.
Okay. So this is rubber.
It is rubber. So I'm just going to put a dab, just a drop. Now you get 900 drops in every bottle. 900 drops in every bottle. Okay, and you get 3 bottles.
So you get 2,700. 2,700. My maths is terrible.
Yeah.
2,700 drops.
By the way, if you get it on your fingers, just rub your fingers together and it doesn't stick your fingers together, which is really good.
Yes, it is.
Unlike some glues.
Some glues we have to go to the emergency room.
So
precisely.
I'm just going to leave that to cure for a few moments, just further down the bench.
Sure.
I'm also going to show you a bit of wood.
Okay.
Like so. 2 bits of wood stuck together. Now, wood is interesting. I'm going to get a little wipe here. These are water wipes.
Okay.
Because if you're going to do wood, it's porous.
Correct.
So you just need to wet it so the glue stays on the water side of it, as opposed to go straight into the wood fibres.
I see.
So you just need a little bit. Don't need very much. And
a dollop will do.
A dollop will do. And again, I'm just going to hold it in place.
So it cures within 10 seconds.
Exactly.
Can I just, because the people are going, yeah, but there's super glue and there's this and there's that and
I
there's
appreciate
something
that.
around the corner.
Yep.
Is this, in your professional opinion, better than all of those?
Do you know what? I don't want to use the word better because I don't want to diss any of those.
No,
glues.
okay.
They're all good glues. This is as good, in my opinion.
Okay.
But I'll tell you why Fix is better.
Please do.
Because you get so much more.
Ah, right.
Have a look. So I've said
So
900.
it's a value statement.
It's a value statement. It absolutely
Okay.
is. Let me go through some of the other big glues that are on the market.
Sure.
This one, and we all know this one. This is 15 grams.
Yep.
Okay, so you get 15 grams in that. In this one, you get 2 lots of 3 grams.
Oh,
so
my.
6 grams. With this one, you get 5 grams.
Uh-huh.
With this one, you get 7.5 grams.
Right.
Now,
and what do
we
they
have-
all cost roughly?
Well, exactly. So various different costings. But have a look at this. I've taken the label off this, but I think you'll recognise the bottle.
Yes, yes.
You think you've probably got about 20 grams in there,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But have a look. Because when I do that, that's all you're getting in there. Can you see that?
No
Yeah,
way.
exactly. When I first saw that,
It's just
I
a
thought,
fancy squeezer.
exactly, it's a fancy squeezer and nothing else.
I had no idea.
Whereas with the Fix, you get all 20 grams.
Of course, it's not just 20 grams, it's 20 grams thrice times 3 Fix bottles for that incredible £20 price. This is going to go a very long way. It could be the last glue you ever need to buy, certainly for a number of years, unless you do a lot of gluing.
One for you, Rob.
Yeah.
One for your best friend. One for your mum. It's
There you go.
I think they
Secret
also make
Santa
great,
gift.
They do make great
Some
gifts.
glue.
So here's the bit of wood that we stuck just a
Yes,
few minutes
yes.
ago.
It's stuck.
It's stuck. That's the thing.
I mean, what
And
more do you want?
If you're sticking together a picture frame or something like that,
Yes.
even if you're just doing it to put tacks in, so you're sticking it before you put the tacks in,
Or screwing,
make
so it
it,
doesn't
or
all
screwing
move
something
around, yeah.
together, it's really good because it holds it in place, and that's what's so clever
I
about
just spent 5 hours putting together a flat pack TV cabinet, and part of it. So they had those the sort of the things that the big screw-in dowels that you then lock in place, but they had a lot of wooden ones as well. And often, if I'm building flat pack and I know I'm going to keep it obviously assembled,
Yep.
I want to glue those dowels in place.
Yep.
You know,
Fix is
yeah.
ideal for that.
Yes.
It is, as we say, the fix that sticks.
Yes.
Now, there's my good friend Simon. Just me and Simon just shocking it around. Oh, he does like damaging things. And look at this. So a few drops of Fix on your favourite ornament, and I happen to have the favourite ornament with me here, stuck back together again.
Okay.
And so you can make invisible sticks. So imagine that's your priceless
Yes.
teapot that your grandmother left you.
Your Ming Dynasty China.
Exactly right. I'll show you this live in a moment
Nuts.
because it
You
will
wanna get
even
nuts?
stick metal.
Let's get nuts.
Yeah, let's get nuts.
Actually, that's a good point. What does it stick? What doesn't it stick?
Well, it pretty much sticks everything apart from polythene
Yes.
and polypropylene.
Right.
Now, it's just as well because the bottle's made of polypropylene.
And that's how it doesn't stick.
It doesn't stick the bottle. So
Amazing.
there's our little pot stuck back together
Aw,
again. There it is.
sweet.
And it's like invisible joins because the glue is invisible. You can even glue glass with this.
Can you really?
And that you can't see where the join
No
is. which is
way.
quite good. Here's the thing we just
Yeah, your
stuck
rubber
together again.
thingy, your
Yeah, yeah.
vacuum
And just in case you think I'm
belt.
holding it at that bit, let's turn it around and so it is.
It does what it says on the tin.
It does what it says on the tin.
What else? What else? What else?
Would you like to see the metal live?
Yes, I
here in
would,
the studio?
I would.
Have a
So
look at
these are
this,
some big
because-
nuts.
Look at this. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it all the way around. Now, if you get it on your fingers, do not fret. Unlike some other glues, if you get it on your fingers, just rub it. Rub it and the friction gets rid of it.
Now, if you did hold your fingers together, it would stick them.
It would.
Then what would you do then?
Don't do that, Rob.
Don't do that. Just don't do that.
That's my advice. Don't.
Okay, yeah.
Try acetone.
Try acetone. Okay, nail polish
but don't do it.
Don't do it. Yeah. If you get it on your fingers, rub them.
Rub them together, exactly right. My friend Millie got some in her hair because she was sticking something above her head, and I went, well, that was silly, wasn't it? So she actually had to chop the hair out. But it's like, make sure you don't do that. So here, I'm just going to, so that's stuck already, but I'm going to come back to that and I will whack it in just a moment's time.
But it really
because it really is. I've got a shoe with a little bit of a problem at the moment.
Yeah.
Look, a live look here. Can you see?
Oh no!
Woof. So,
did somebody buy fish?
Yeah. All right, there's no need to be like that about it.
Kidding, I'm just kidding.
Look, there. And I know this works because I stuck the other shoe back together again about 8 weeks ago.
But it could be, do you know what? A lady could have this in her handbag. If you're going out with a particularly, no, wait now. No, honestly, if you've got a particularly precarious set of heels and one goes, I mean, the number of ladies I've seen walking up and down streets in London with broken high heels.
Yes.
Where's the fix in your
Absolutely.
place? Problem solved.
What if you're wearing, is that an espadrille? No, it's a
sandal.
Kind of sandal. Have a look, because look, it's the leather's begun to flap about.
Flappy leather.
Flapping. Exactly.
And these are your favourite sandals.
Exactly. So just a drop of Foursafix, pop it down there. You can move it around. If you get it on your... Look, I just got a bit on my finger. So
rub my
finger again. And look, my finger isn't stuck
you know
together
what? These
at all.
could be brand new. This happens. You buy brand new things and then something breaks.
Yeah. Or your handbag strap breaks.
Yes, it happens to me all the time.
Of course it does. Do you not carry a man bag?
A man bag.
A man bag. Man bag. But look at that. So now, fixed. So it's absolutely brilliant. You've got that. And so all of that is a great way of being able to do it.
Handbag,
exactly. But that one's not broken. That's just.
I was just wondering if we were going to break it. But
can I show you an example of something in a moment that is so powerful, even we didn't realise? We just did it on the off chance. We did it for our TikTok channel.
Yes.
And just to be able to show, well, I mean.
I'll tell you what.
Have a look, because it's incredible.
We've got a slide which shows you what it sticks and what it doesn't.
Okay,
and then after that, we'll play that amazing video. So you can basically... Oh, my, that's a long list. Oh, my Lord. ABS, acrylic, aluminium, butyl rubber, card, cellulose, acetate, ceramic... Chloroprene, EPDM, your EPDM, yes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Ferrite, glass, laminate, leather, MDF, natural rubber, neoprene, paper, perspex, is that phenolic? Phenolic, PVC, yes. Plated metals, almost all plastics, plated metals, that's twice, you can use it twice on plated metals. Polycetyl, polycarbonate, all your polys, all your poly, put the kettle on. SBR, stainless steel, you can use it on that twice as well.
And as I said,
vinyl and wood.
The only one you don't use it on is polythene or polypropylene, because the bottle is made of polypropylene and you don't want it to stick to the bottle.
No.
That's the point.
If you wanted to ever question, and you should, of course, question just how strong this is. Oh, yes, it can stick your nuts together. Oh, yes, you can do rubbers with it. Oh, yes, you can put your wood and make two pieces stick together. But what about the really tough jobs?
The tough jobs.
So how strong is your Foursafix glue? Well, come and have a look at this. So I'm going to put some, and you only need to use a small amount. There are 900 drops in every single bottle. This is like a plastic PVC tape. So if we stick these two together just here like so, remember you've got time to work with it. Push out all of the air. When you're ready, make sure it's all pushed down. Ideally, you want to leave this for about 10 seconds so it sticks properly and cures properly. But you can see there that I've joined the yellow to the red. That, by the way, is stuck. But how strong is your Foursafix? Shall we show you how strong it is? Because look, we have a car that side. We have my forklift truck this side. Now, how about we try and pull a car with my forklift and Foursafix glue holding it all together. So let's go forward, as you can see just here. Let's take the strain. You ready? And here we go. We're pulling the car with the power of the glue.
I promise you there was not a driver in that car. The handbrake was off, but I was there as they filmed that, and we didn't know whether that was going to work or not. We knew that it stuck fast, but we didn't know it would be that strong, and we were really impressed. So it was worthwhile filming it and bringing it to show you.
For sure. But honestly,
this is the same kind of tape.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the one that we stuck a minute ago. So it is very
muscle.
very strong. It is. It's all muscle.
It's all of it.
Absolutely.
Muscle wrapped around visceral fat.
Ever had that bit of the UPVC frame that's just come apart at the top?
Yes.
And you can see the rain come in. Fix is brilliant at that. You know how I said it wouldn't stick the bottle together?
Yes.
This is partly the reason why. When you finish using it, just tap the bottle so the glue goes back down.
Yeah.
But look, we've cut a cap in half to show you that there is a little pin inside the cap. The pin goes down, and there you can see. So that means that it doesn't stick in the bottle.
The fix that sticks. Good stuff. If you need glue, and everybody does, let's face it, even if you don't need it now, you never need glue because you never know when you need it, do you? You only need glue when you don't know you need it, and then you need it. Yeah, one in the car, one in the kitchen drawer, and one in your pocket or your handbag. Ladies, you might be out having a bit of a boogie. You're dancing around your handbag in a nightclub. Before you know it, your stiletto's gone. That's your way to fix it with Where's a Fix. Shopontv.co.uk, beautiful website. Please, you see where, right, Martha, wiggle your mouse over the one they should buy. That one there that's got the green thingy on it and the 4 cloths, big ones, and the 2 blue ones. Right, that's the one you need to buy. Don't buy the other one. The other one is just to show you what they normally cost. So you'll notice that those cloths there, that there were 2 blue ones. 2 blue. So you see, my question was, when I was holding them up, what Madonna song was I referring to? And Daniel said, the answer is the Madonna song. It's the thong. No, that's a very different thing altogether, excuse me. The Madonna song, I think it's... Oh, you said True Blue. You're right. Yes. Shout out to Sam for doing the TikTok live. Yes, he's brilliant, isn't he? Lindsay, she said True Blue, Madonna song. Correct. Linda said the song is True Blue. And Jackie said, is the Madonna song Like a Virgin? No. Or, no, wait, she had a second go. Evita. No. It is True Blue, baby, I love you. Okay, so well done to everyone who got it right. We're going to send you the grand prize of a big smile, a big wave.
I've got a big smile too. I mean, I'd be surprised if you're still watching,
respect.
viewer, actually, after the True Blue rendition that we just got there. But thank you if you still
We've
are.
just gained another 16 viewers.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not
There are people, some say on the internet, I could be the next Madonna.
At least we... Well, I don't think so.
Now, there are some links to some other...
Super absorbent.
it could have been Material Girl, because it's made of
Material Girl, yeah.
I maybe would have allowed... That could have been Frozen, but that's not a Madonna song, is it? Frozen? Oh, from Ray of Light. Oh, yeah.
Super
No,
Shammy.
sorry, the answer
Made in
is what it
Germany.
is. I'm not having any of it.
They're fantastic for washing and drying
I hear
cars.
Madonna uses these.
I'm
no,
sure
she
she
doesn't.
does.
Not the famous Madonna.
She probably doesn't wash
Madonna
her own
Smith
car, but
from Wandsworth.
probably doesn't do any cleaning. I guess her cleaner would have them.
Yeah, by the way, it's not Madonna, it's Mad Donna from Wandsworth.
Good. Are we over that now?
Yes.
Yeah. If you've just joined us, we are here promoting textiles, not doing a trip down memory lane with Madonna.
Yeah, I'm in the bad books
No,
now.
that's all right. That's all right.
Try and entertain the viewers. Look what happens.
Look, it just keeps picking up liquid. If you spill something, it loves it. Maybe the kids drop a juice drink on the floor. By the way, if it's raining outside and you've got to send the kids to school, here's a little idea. Put a piece in their shoes, keeps their feet dry all day so they don't come home with nasty viruses and bugs.
Yeah.
Cold feet.
Can't guarantee it will stop
Not
viruses
good.
and bugs, but
No,
it
we
might
can't.
help reduce them.
Watch this.
Hey, that's a lot of water.
Very useful. They're 70 by 50 centimetres. They are massive. This is how big they are. So you fold them into a pad, about yay size,
Yep.
and then lay it in a mess like this. Let's make it a bit bigger, shall we? This pie plate holds about 5 cups of water. So try as it might, the sponge can't pick that up, nothing else can. Take your chamois, it absorbs more than any material, and what you're going to see right now is capillary action. So it draws the liquid in. Millions of little capillarites, I'm going to call them, in every
Capillarites.
cloth,
Yeah.
full of capillarites.
Full of them.
I think that's a new word. I'll claim it. Anyway, no drips.
Not the only one
That's what I like about it. No drips.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a few here earlier, I think. Anyway, give it a twist, use it again. If it's dirty, it goes in the washing machine, put it in with your clothes, that's no problem. Look how big they are, use the whole length to your advantage. If you're washing the car, get the job done fast. On windows, shower screens, no streaks or smears. Absolutely brilliant. Use them on your kitchen counters, whether they be granite, marble, whatever it is. Gives you a nice spot-free finish each and every time. I'm going to do the carpet next, because this is the bit that sold me. And at this time of night, this is when accidents happen.
Yes,
if you've got carpet,
yeah,
you have to admit,
this
has happened once or twice
Yeah.
in the past. Perhaps you never know when it's going to happen, of course. And you'll never get a spill this big at home, hopefully. But I'm creating the worst possible case scenario. Maybe it's training a little nervous puppy dog.
Chihuahua.
A chihuahua. A big dog, a Great Dane.
Yeah.
Or a golden reliever.
Yeah.
Retriever. I always get that
Reliever,
wrong.
yeah, yeah.
Let's make it as nasty as we can.
It might be a shit
So now it's too big for the carpet. And this is what you can't see is underneath big jumbo mess. Now, I can't confirm this, but I'm pretty sure all those years ago, Moses probably used one of these to part the Red Sea.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
It's in
what
one of
we're
the
gonna
Lost
see now,
Scrolls.
he just draws the liquid in from underneath, no hands. This is capillary action. So it's pulling the liquid from below. You see the cloth changing colour?
Yeah, I do.
Drawing the liquid in. I'm going to flip it over.
amazing.
Again, no hands. Capillary action. All those capillarites working together furiously to pick up the spill. And let's see what we got.
And you didn't touch
Just
that
a few
cloth.
seconds. I didn't touch it, but
That is ludicrous.
it really works. Made in
That's a couple of
Germany.
cups.
Yep, it's there's nothing else quite like it. Now that was a big spill. We're going to have to do it twice, but I'm going to use my hands this time. And remember that mess underneath, rotting the floorboards or potentially rusting the car.
Yeah.
Gone. It's going to be gone. Isn't it nice to find something that really works for a change in the textile department? And here's the proof. Seeing is believing. Phenomenal. You'll only use it once for a spill like that, and it's paid for itself several times over. But of course, you'll use it every day.
Yeah.
And I know you hear salesmen say that quite often, but if you think about it,
You will.
unless you're not house proud in any way at all, once a day at least you reach for a cloth.
Of course.
Whether it be maybe if you're camping, you use it as a towel.
Drying the
dog,
counters. Yeah.
kitchen counters, use it in the car. If you spill a drink, you'll use it every day. And if you use it every day, it'll last 3 to 5 years. Maybe longer. Use it once a week to wash your car, up to 10 years. So it really is a good investment. It's proper value. They are fantastic. Thousands of people already have them, of course. We get emails and testimonials all the time.
Yeah.
If you don't believe us, we don't blame you. But there's testimonials all over the place, 5-star ones.
John sent in
Listen
a
to this one. Here's one. John.
Here's one, John. You want to read that out, or shall I do it?
I'll read it. While watching your show tonight on the Miracle Shammy, I knocked over a cup of coffee on my caravan floor. Very wet. Big puddle. Of course, I reach for the Miracle Shammy. Job done. A satisfied customer. What a brilliant product. Thank you, John. Spread the good word. Your turn, Rob.
Phoenix Pete says, I ordered some of these a while ago, as I do a lot of plumbing work for my own business, and I was initially
From
sceptical.
Phoenix, Scotland.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. Sceptical about whether they would be as good as they appeared. More than happy to say they work brilliantly and have saved me from using paper towels, which I previously relied on. They're well worth getting, and I can't imagine anyone being disappointed with them.
And that's not uncommon for Pete, like that comment from Pete.
Yeah.
You're sceptical, because when you see it, you just think,
Good to
wow.
be sceptical. It's good
How
to
can
be
that really work? But they actually do. We don't
really
get
do.
very many people that are dissatisfied with them. Please remember to use them damp, though. Here's another testimonial.
You want to read Ross's?
I had a small leak in my front room from the roof, and it went all over the carpet. This is from Ross, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you, Ross. However, use the Miracle Chamois and it dried instantly and also helped keep the carpet dry whilst it kept leaking. Just bought some more. They are amazing. Thank you, Ross.
Yeah.
And just remember, Ross, don't lend them to a friend or a neighbour because you will never get them back.
No.
There is a little reorder form that comes with them. But yeah, buy them now on Shop on TV. You'll probably never see them at this price again or at this bonus deal. 4 big jumbos, 2 blue ones, £19. Here's another testimonial. Is there?
No, that's it.
Well,
That's why, David. Why should people check out their baskets right now and buy these right now?
well, it's this simple, Rob.
Yeah.
If they don't,
Yeah.
it's not theirs.
No.
And we've had thousands of cases where people, I don't know, perhaps fall asleep on the sofa. They've got it in their basket. They wake up the next morning and it's gone.
Indeed.
Like a
And
fairy in the night.
sitting in your
tooth
basket.
fairy.
The tooth fairy,
Yeah.
the Shammy fairy. So seriously, okay, let me back up. I've had Miracle Chamois for about 4 or 5 years, something like that. Probably more like 5 now, and they are phenomenal. They really are. I use kitchen towel, but only as napkins or serviettes, really, and occasionally to blow my nose. So it was about 3 weeks ago, something like that. My son David was cooking, and I'd forgot to take some chicken out of the freezer the night before, so I'd put it into cold water in the sink to defrost it. But he needed to wash stuff while he was cooking, so I said, well, just take my chicken out, drain it off, do your cleaning, then put the chicken back in, fill the sink up and go back to cooking. So he did that, but he forgot to turn the kitchen tap off. And about, I don't know, however long it was, he turned round and then realised that, anyway, all I heard was this, oh my God! And I looked around and then I saw it was like, oh my God! And sounded like Joe Pesci for some reason. Oh my God, oh my God. Okay. And we realised he'd flooded the whole of the kitchen floor and it was now coming into the living room, about a quarter of the living room. All my boxes of all my brand new kitchen appliances that I'd bought were all stacked in they're all soaking up water. So I had a string mop and we had, obviously we had one Miracle Chamois free because the others were in the washing machine. And well, not a string mop, a mop, just a regular mop. It's actually microfiber, I think. So I started with the mop. It wasn't picking up the water quickly enough, and it was just moving it around and making it worse, spreading it further. So I was like, get the Miracle Chamois. So I literally just put the Miracle Chamois down, picked it up, wringed it out, and just repeated that for about 15 minutes.
Yep.
And it got this enormous, must have been gallons or litres of water up. And it's before any of it.
Work.
It was. I got my work out of that. Well, it didn't seep down into the flat down below, so I didn't have any. There was no backlash. Mm-hmm. It didn't ruin any of my boxes or any of my appliances or anything like that. It really saved my bacon.
Great stuff. Spread the word.
Got a quick
few watching. Tell them.
Yeah. Well, actually, Jay says I bought these. Just wondering if they should always be damp before use or as effective used dry.
Yes, use them damp mostly. The only time you would use them dry is for polishing and buffing, maybe on your TV screen for anti-static.
Yeah.
If you're polishing your dashboard or what have you.
Right.
But otherwise, use them damp for just about everything.
Can you, if you're applying polish?
Yeah, you can use polishes, you can use chemicals, use it in conjunction with your favourite, most famous household spray. We try and deter people from using chemical-based cleaners, ammonia-based cleaners, because they're bad for the environment, bad for your health. You won't damage the chamois with them. That's the good news.
If you use bleach,
can put it in the washing machine.
Colour.
You can bleach it too. Yes, try not to if you can avoid it, because it is hard on them. But if you're picking up a paint spill or some oil on the driveway, perhaps, throw it in a bucket of bleach water. It'll come back virtually as good as new.
But white UPVC fiberglass if you've got yachts, boats.
Absolutely, any hard surface.
Drying your conservatories, drying your what do they call it? The surfboard. If you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That kind of thing. Yeah. I know it's a bit niche, but it's still a use case scenario.
Why not?
Yeah. They are so multi-purpose. Anything you want, if you've got a surface that's got water on it and you want to remove the water quickly and completely, you use this. About 100 of you have got this in your baskets.
Nothing works quite like it. We use them. They'll supply the building trade. Plumbers love them.
I was going to say plumbers.
Plasterers,
engineers,
bricklayers,
mechanics.
Wherever there's mess.
Architects.
Crafters use them.
Crafters. Yeah.
And caravanners. My goodness.
Oh, caravanners.
We've noticed thousands of these go out to caravan parks on our database. So
campers
and caravans. Absolutely. Great camping towel,
under your sleeping bag.
Because if you've got a proper towel, it's a pain to get it dry, right?
Yeah. Superb if you go, as I say, if you go to the seaside. It's a great way to dry off the kids. Towels are not that great. And the thing is with a towel is that here's the difference. When it gets damp, it stops drying. Whereas when this gets damp, it keeps drying. In fact, it dries better. We're sucking up the water out of the bowl.
If you treat yourself, you won't regret it. It's very busy out there. Jump in while the water's warm.
You got to check out though,
I can
babes.
tell you we have thousands that we can sell you if the 2 and the 2+1 package department. We've got thousands of these sets. What we don't have is thousands of the free sets. So if you get in quick, it's double. You get twice as many. We take £1 off. It's only £19, but it's only until I think 9 a.m. tomorrow. And then we'll be back
It's
to
24
normal.
hours, so it's
So
22
don't dilly-dally.
hours.
Treat yourself.
Yeah,
you won't
yeah,
regret it, of course. And then
yeah.
you'll use them over and over and over and wonder
For years,
perhaps
and
how you ever lived without them.
It comes with a year's guarantee. If anything goes wrong with your cloth in a year, you just get you phone up or email, you get another one.
Satisfaction guarantee.
Replace.
Yep.
Yeah.
Please remember to use them damp. You know, if you're picking up a spill on the floor, boom, job done in the washing.
Way.
Maybe it's the kids. Maybe it's the dog.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Do you know
matter.
what? I tell you,
maybe it's just been raining outside. I know it never rains here anymore, but
A toddler, maybe if you don't have a mattress protector, if you go on holiday or something, then you can use one of these underneath your toddler. So if they wet the bed,
yes,
soaks it up.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Bodily fluids. As
Bodily fluids. Yeah, no, seriously.
generally described.
Hospitals, care homes,
Yep.
nightclubs,
Hairdressers.
pubs, hairdressers, very good.
Pubs, absolutely. In coffee shops. The baristas.
Drying the machines down.
Yes.
Baristas, yeah.
They're awesome.
Fast food
Outside for
restaurants,
cleaning down
takeaway.
garden furniture.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Let's go to South Africa, shall we? With the wave of a hand. Here we are. Here's a.
Why not?
Well, look at South. I'd love to go to South.
That's my friend Mitch there with
Is
the
it?
shorts on, yeah. Mitch the pitch.
South Africa, nice.
Beautiful, yeah. Beautiful country. A lot of South Africans, though. I mean,
Well-
they're all right. I've got some good South African friends, but
Yeah.
we're arch rivals in the rugby.
That's the
We're
thing.
still getting over the World Cup, where
yeah.
they pipped us by 1 point with a lot of help from the English referee, but we won't go into that.
And look, you just wash them and you can even peg them out on the line if you want to. They dry very, very quickly. But it doesn't matter if they dry quickly because they work best damp. ShopOnTV.co.uk.
But you do want to dry them.
You do want to
They'll
dry them.
smell bad. You don't want to leave them damp. They pick up mold and mildew and start harbouring bacteria like the old animal chamois, and then they smell bad.
Make sure you order the one with the green paper on it, or the green then. Dave doesn't mind if you order that one.
It's
'cause
okay
you'll pay
if you order the other one. It's still terrific value.
You'll pay more money and get half as much.
Yeah.
Look at the size of them. 19.
come back sooner.
6'8" inches by 14.96 inches. Sorry.
centimetres.
Yeah, I'm reading it wrong.
And if you
can
add them
see
all
what it is.
together, it's 11.5 square metres of textiles. That's a heck of a lot of German-made textile.
Yeah.
Treat yourself.
Dave, when will we see you again?
Gee, I don't know. If they'll have me back, if you want me back, I'm just so keen.
Yeah. I'm still making my mind up. No, we
We're
always
going to
love
do the carpet one more
Please
time,
do.
shall I? I
We
know
always
we're
love
running out
having
of
you
time.
here.
It's very late, but
One of the best demos that you could possibly see, and it really does.
Could be a nervous puppy. Could be late at night. The girls come over and knock over the red wine. Red wine. Oh,
Red
guaranteed to make a mess, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Don't know what can be worse, actually. The kids with their Ribena. You'll notice this carpet is very thick. It's not like the thin stuff at school that you find in the hallways. This is good carpet. Shall we finish the bottle? Let's finish the bottle.
Finish
like my
the
dad
bottle.
always told me I had to do.
The answer's always yes.
Underneath the carpet. This is what we can't see at home. The hardwood
Look at
floors
that.
seen better days or nights.
Yes.
Take your chamois. Forget about these paper towels. The arch enemy. 2 double rolls a week is over
Lex Luthor of
250
drying
pounds a
products.
year. Like watching your money get wet, falling apart before your eyes. They last 5 seconds. We throw them in the bin. Here's a product that
in the
lasts
trash.
5 to 10 years. Works 500 times better than your kitchen towel, I'd say. You be the judge, though. Look, no hands.
No touching.
Capillary action. It pulls the liquid up.
Yeah.
With all those capillarites.
Is that capillarites? Is that
Flip
really
it
doing
over.
something?
It's really doing something. You
Really
can see
doing
it's soaking wet
something.
already.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got.
This I don't believe. It's just phenomenal. It's genuine. You can do this demonstration at home if you wish.
Yep.
That's got to be a good mug full of Coke.
Absolutely.
Glass of
Let's
Coke.
fill it up. I'll do it twice. You've got to use your hands the second time because that was a big spill. You see the colour change in the
Yeah.
cloth. You see the carpet come back to normal, back to its normal colour. And what everyone wants to see is underneath. Is it dry?
It is dry.
You better believe it, viewer.
It's dry as a
Treat yourself.
bone in a
Jump
desert
in
on
while
a...
the water's warm and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yes. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate
Thank
it,
you,
my
Rob.
friend, as always. And so tomorrow night, we've got the return of Richard Meyer and the drones, ladies and gentlemen. We have some really great deals for you, as always. If you want to have a look ahead, then go to the website, go to the show page. You can see it says Drone Showcase, so just advance that and you'll see everything that's on the show, including we've got the cooling towels back. Those things are incredible. They really are. So, yeah, I'll be with you tomorrow night as well. We're on air at about, I think it's about 20 to 1, something like that. 40, yeah, 20 to 1. We'll check. But in the meantime, thank you, Dave.
Thank
Love
you.
to see
Soggy
you.
hand, sorry.
It's okay. You've been
occupational hazard.
Exactly. What is it? After the English football highlights, we're on at 44, so just about 1:45. I'll see you then. From everyone here at Shop on TV, we wish you the best. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you.